All right, it's Sunday, June 7th, 2026, 158th day of the year. We've got a tornado warning out here in Springfield, Missouri. We're hearing that this is on the ground, okay? Once again, we've got a tornado warning in Springfield, Missouri. We potentially have a tornado on the ground here, according to the National Weather Service. We do have an observed tornado warning right now out there, and we've got a couple of cameras that we're keeping an eye on this with, including this one. You can see that the cloud tops are just really low to the ground, and that's one of the reasons why we've got people reporting tornadoes out there. I'm going to try to find a little bit of a better vantage point here. I'm not really seeing anything down here. We don't have a lot of cameras that are like pointing at the sky, but you can see the red polygon on the map. We definitely have a tornado warning out here. And if you just take a look at the horizon on just about any of these, you can see a low-hanging cloud that's moving pretty fast, okay? So we've either got a lot of people seeing what might be a tornado, or we've got an actual tornado on the ground right now out here near Springfield, Missouri. Again, that's a tornado warning that is observed, okay? Radar confirmed tornado. Let's do a little research on the area here just to see what's going on out there. My goodness, we got a lot of people in the path here, and these are just some of the places that are in the direct path. In fact, right now, the Springfield Zoo, if there's a tornado out there, it's literally right on top of the Springfield Zoo, the wonders of wildlife, Springfield Zoo. That's something that we're looking at out here. Additionally, we've got the Spring Ridge Assisted Living Facility out there, and we can't forget about places like the Mercy Hospital of Springfield, all in the path of this dangerous storm. That's going to be for Greene County, Missouri. 174,000 people under that tornado warning right now, and we've got another area of interest just to the south. Look at this, y'all. Another area of interest down here south of Springfield. I'm going to go ahead and put out a little bit of a y'all watch for that. That's going to go up towards Ozark. I'm going to do a low confidence tornado y'all watch in that because once again, the environment supports tornadoes today in Missouri. All right. So that's going to be going up towards Ozark and Sparta. This is going to be going towards the Gimlin Airport, the Ozark South Substation, the Walmart Supercenter out there on the south side of Ozark, and then the Aldi up there near Riverdale, all in the path of this storm. There's no warning on that one. Okay, but there is a y'all watch now. I'm saying y'all watch out just in case that thing goes ballistic like this one up here to the north did. Now, this isn't a very strong storm. Don't get me wrong. It's not an incredibly strong storm by any stretch of the imagination. But what it is it's got a little hook on it and it's rotating. This is similar to the kind of storms we were seeing in Arkansas yesterday. And it doesn't take a whole lot of rotation with how low to the ground these storms are to get a tornado. Okay, look back here. Look, if we couldn't see that tree, we'd see the base of the storm there. And if we actually do look at it on radar, you can see that we've got some rotation, and it's oddly similar to what happened yesterday too, where we're a little bit too close to the radar to really see exactly what's going on. We note that the hook's out there, and I'm trying my best to find us a decent visual on the base of this storm, but there we go. There we go. All right, so right here, again, this is the part of the storm that would be producing a tornado. I believe with every fiber in me that this was probably producing a tornado at one point. It might even still be producing a tornado. It might be doing damage here on the surface. We just can't see that condensed funnel. But this is the kind of storm that will often get a lot of people reporting tornadoes, even if you don't see that fully condensed funnel all the way down to the ground. So this is, once again, a tornado warning out there right now for the Springfield, Missouri area. And you can see that this is the base of the storm right here in front of us. If you know anybody out there in the Springfield, Missouri area, call them and let them know that we've got ourselves a big-time storm on our hands. And this is it right here. This is it, son. As you can see, we've got that big lowering out there. Again, it's not a terribly strong storm. If you look at it on radar, you're like, what in the world are you talking about, Ryan? I know, I get it, but this is what we're dealing with out here in Springfield right now. There's a very low to the ground storm with a lot of different, people reporting tornadoes on it. And again, it was right over that Wonders of Wildlife Zoo not too long ago. That's where the majority of the rotation was, but now it's a little bit farther off to the north and east from that. And again, I'm trying my best to find, some different vantage points of it here. But most of our traffic cameras out here in Springfield seem to really enjoy pointing at the traffic. So, we'll have to deal with that, I guess. This is probably our best view right now, to be honest. So all of our storm chasers are still in Canada. We don't have a single storm chaser on this camera. We are storm chasing via cameras or traffic cameras today. But we'll make do. We can do this. I think we'll be just fine. All of our storm chasers are up in Canada today because there will be a big one. There's going to be a hog up there in Canada today. A huge tornado of epic Canadian proportions, more than likely. And Kalpik's going to be right on top of it. Freddie McKinney, Corey Gherkin, they're all up there. We're going to watch him today. It's going to be like the I don't know. It's going to be like NFL red zone of storm chasing today or like cops or something. I'm the host. That's pretty much all we can do up there in Saskatchewan. We don't have a whole lot of, the same tool. We don't have any traffic cameras or anything like that. So we're just going to be looking at the storm chasers. And we also have a pretty significant United States-based damaging wind threat tonight in a fairly low population area out there in Montana, portions of South Dakota with a moderate risk of a derecho tonight, maybe some 100-mile-per-hour winds. But right now, the main focus and the thing that everybody's worried about is this tornado warning out there in Springfield, Missouri. There's 16 of you guys checking in right now on the WeatherWise app in there. Again, that's going to go on for 12 more minutes. We're going to encourage you to stay sheltered for about 12 more minutes, but they might even extend this on beyond 12 minutes because this is going to keep going off to the north and east. And it still looks like it's got that little bit of a hook on it right there to the east of town. I'm going to go outside of the warning polygon here and start looking for different camera angles and stuff like that. But man, you guys you have great camera coverage here, but it's almost too good. We got too many options. And, we're just trying to keep an eye on on the base of our storm here. So you can see we've got a pretty good low to the ground view of the storm there. And then right here is literally where the rotation is. So right there's the base of it again, right next to this McDonald's sign here. So if you know where this McDonald's is, that's where the rotating part of the storm is going. We need everybody in their safe spots right now.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Springfield, Missouri. All right. Springfield, Missouri. Please, everyone take shelter now. And by the way, we did get a new tornado warning. Looky here. We absolutely nailed it. This is exactly what we put the y'all watch out for. And now Highlandville is under a tornado warning as well. This includes Selmore and Christian Center. We're encouraging you to take shelter right now. Once again, Highlandville in Missouri. This goes right up to the town of Ozark. You guys are under a tornado warning, almost up to Sparta as well. This is south of the tornado warned storm up there in Springfield. But we do need you to take shelter. Okay, so here we go. We've got the Ozark Village Mobile Home Park in the path of the rotation there, the Skyview Airport, the Gimlin Airport, the Ozark South substation there, the power substation. All this stuff is in the path of a potential tornado right here. Most immediately in the path, we've got that campground over there near Bengal, and then the Central Church out there near the place, near the Green Mound Ridge area. Beyond that, Highlandville and Selmore need to be taking shelter. This is an incredibly dangerous storm there. We've got about, what do we got? About 17,000 people in that one. And then up here in the Springfield warning, we've got even more people. We've got 69,000 people in this one, and the rotation is still quite visible there. I've got a still highway camera here in the middle of Springfield, but I don't think we're seeing any tornadoes from here. And you won't be able to either if you're going out on the front porch or something trying to look for this. You're not going to see it. You are absolutely not going to see it. Okay, so you've got to get indoors and away from windows, preferably take shelter underground with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible, because there very well could be a tornado out here. Once again, there's that little hook that was visible a couple of minutes ago, and that's going to be coming right up over the Best Western there, up towards Evangel University. That's where it is now. Next in line, we've got the Walmart Super Center. The Walmart Super Center. You guys could be next in line there. And, there's just enough rotation left to where this might be, getting a new tornado warning here at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and just generate another polygon here, another y'all watch. And we'll keep an eye on this as a low confidence tornado y'all watch there. So y'all watch out, even up there just to the north of Springfield, Hickory Barren, Fruitland, Fairgrove. You guys are all in the path here of a dangerous storm. I got somebody out here says they're hunkered down south of Mascot. That's a good idea. Roseville, Springfield Golf Course, all the way up there to Stratford and Bassville. Or you guys are all in the path of a very dangerous storm. So get ready. They might even extend the tornado warning, which is what we're going to look for here. And if they do, that new warning will probably include, but not be limited to, places like dang. There must be a lot of places. There we go. Yeah, that's the deep research right there. The Stratford RV Park, the Mercy Hospital, the Cox North Hospital, and we can't forget about the downtown airport. That's right on top of where the rotation is right now, but we're going all the way up to the G. Pearson Ward YMCA and the Glow Center, okay? So that is what's going on with our situation down there. And again, we got that new tornado warning down here for Christian County, and that's going to go on for 22 minutes. Now, one of the main reasons we're going live today is because of this stuff that's going on up a little bit farther to the north. We do have a destructive damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Butte, Harding, and Perkins counties in South Dakota. And thank goodness I actually talked to somebody from up here earlier. I just about called this Butte County. I really did. I was going to be calling it Butte County all night, but it's Butte. And there's all kinds of buttes out here. You got the Grassy Butte Park. I was literally just going to be calling it Butte the whole time. So thank goodness I talked to that guy before we went live. But this right here is Brandon Montgomery. He's getting ready to have a really good view of this. But this is producing 3-inch in diameter hail, and it's going to be moving up towards Bison. It's going to be moving up towards Bison here soon. So you guys definitely need to be getting ready up here in South Dakota, North Dakota, portions of Montana. This is going to be an incredibly dangerous storm
New
tonight.
Information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
And we do have the Reva Gap campground in the path of those 3-inch hailstones. Let's go back down here to the Missouri storm. This is the one that we had the y'all watch on. And now this one is even confirmed now. We've got a confirmed tornado on the ground now near Highlandville in Missouri. This has just now been confirmed. Let me see here. This is radar confirmed tornado. You can see the debris signature right there near the Green Mound Ridge. The Green Mound Ridge. That's exactly where the tornado is currently. So that's going to be moving off to the north and east towards Selmore and Christian Center. And we really need everybody to take shelter right now. If you've got any family members out there up near Ozark in Missouri, now is the time to call them and encourage them to get to shelter just as quickly as possible, because this is not your average tornado warning. This is actually happening on a day where probably most people are not necessarily thinking about tornadoes, right? Like it wasn't a huge part of the forecast, but it's here, and it's something that we've really got to deal with as that debris signature continues to move off to the north, now over Sawmill Road, moving up over Highway 65 here soon as it goes towards Selmore. Okay, again, the Ozark Village Mobile Home Park is in the direct path. You've also got the Skyview airport, the Ozark South substation, lots of power infrastructure out here, and the Walmart Supercenter on the south side of Ozark, all in the direct path of that actual line of location or rotation that we're seeing move off to the north in conjunction with this storm. Very dangerous storm on our hands here in Missouri. That one's on the ground. And then the Springfield storm is also, well, it was on the ground. Now we're back down to, radar indicated rotation, but it's very well could be back on the ground here before you know it. Okay. I'm looking for some more cameras up here around the golf course and stuff just to see if we can get a better view of this. And I do believe that we are looking at the base of the storm here, and you can see that it's very low to the ground. And that's one of the reasons why we're getting reports of this actually being going on out there. But it doesn't take a lot to get one of those debris signatures, especially when it's not very deep. We don't have a deep debris signature on this, so it doesn't look like it's a very powerful tornado, but it does look like it is producing a tornado. Both of these storms in Missouri are intermittently doing damage, and it doesn't really matter if it's a big tornado or not. If it hits your neighborhood, it's going to feel like a big tornado to you, right? So that's something we've definitely got to consider as the storm continues to move up. Let's go. Let's talk about it again. We got another tornado warning. Boom. Right in line with my y'all watch here. Greene County in Missouri is now under a tornado warning. That includes Stratford, and it includes places like Hickory Barren and Bassville and Fairgrove. All right. This is all up there in the area north of Springfield. Sorry. The area north of Springfield. We do have chasers up there in Canada. Right now, there's nothing going on up there. So we're going to stay down here where there are tornadoes. There's going to be probably a bunch of tornadoes in Canada a little bit later. So we'll be talking about Canada a bunch. So once again, we do have a tornado warning out here in Greene County, Missouri. We're watching that little hook right there. That's the part that is concerning to me. If we've got a tornado, it's right near that Walmart Supercenter we've been hooting and hollering about. And this is what it looks like out there at the Walmart. You can't see nothing. All right. So these people have no idea. If you're at Walmart and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go outside and see the tornado. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Stop kidding yourself, buddy. You ain't seeing nothing out here. And honestly, the clouds are so low to the ground, you ain't seeing much of a tornado anyways. It's not going to be clear whether or not you're just looking at some scud, some rising scud, or an actual tornado. So going out and about and looking for it is not recommended. That's what I would say. But man, even outside of the actual tornadic rotation, the storm's pretty wet. It's dropping a lot of precipitation, probably some hail in there too, maybe some damaging winds back here on the forward flank as it goes up towards Hickory Barren. So you guys definitely need to be watching out for that as the storm continues to wrap up right over the Springfield golf course over there near No-Go. The rotation's right on top of this camera now. Right on top of this camera now. And I see an overpass there. And you just got to remind everybody that it's not good to take shelter under an overpass. I see there's one guy who doesn't know. The rest of you guys are going by. I like it. I love it. But the worst place you could possibly be in a tornado is under a daggone overpass. All right. Don't be a bridge bozo. Just don't do it. It's best if we don't do that. Oh, no, we got another one. There is another one. So, once again, a tornado warning out here north and east of Springfield. This one is radar indicated, the one for Greene County. But if you go down to the south here just a little bit, we've got one for Christian County that's actually confirmed. Okay, we've got a tornado confirmed. Now, with that most recent scan, the tornado doesn't look as convincing as it once did, but it's still there, and we need to be taking shelter out there between Selmore and the Christian Center up towards Shady Grove. And again, we can't see anything out here, okay, and neither can you. So this is not the kind of storm that you want to really chase. It's the kind of storm that you want to hide from. A lot of people are scared of storms But 90% of the time when you can see the thing coming, big scary things that you can see coming, those are hardly ever actually scary, right? It's the sneaky stuff. It's the stuff that you can't see coming. That's actually scary. And in my opinion, that's the situation that we've got going on over here in Ozark. But again, you don't need to be scared. You need to be prepared in your safe spot, underground preferably, or within that most interior room with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Just to the south of Ozark, we do have a camera, but once again, we can't see anything from that. The current situation is that we have 4 active tornado warnings and 11 severe thunderstorm. But the reality is that we have probably 2 tornado warnings, really. Yeah, in the United States anyways. We'll talk about Canada here in just a moment, I promise. Just a moment. Canada's got some crazy stuff going on today. Some absolutely crazy stuff. But this is pretty crazy in itself. How are you guys doing, by the way? We got about 23,000 people watching, guys. 23,000 people watching. There are like more people than that are in the path of these dangerous storms. So if you want to help us get the word out there, potentially life-saving information for free and commercial free, share us out there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is that you've got. And we'd really appreciate it. There's no way in the world anybody knows about Ryan Hall, y'all. Some guy on YouTube talking about the weather unless you tell him. All right. All right, what are you guys saying on the radar? We are prepared. Somebody in Nexus says, so it begins. Be prepared, not scared. That's exactly right. You guys are always on point out here. Still hunkered down. Looks like it's going east, northeast. You're exactly right. Right there is where the tornado is likely right now. If it's still on the ground, it just crossed 44 near the Springfield Golf Course. It's moving out of the more populated area now. It's going up towards the Fells Lake Recreation area, just to the west of Stratford. But everybody up there, all the way up to Bassville. I don't know if you guys like, bass guitars or fishing, and I don't know. But you guys all need to be sheltering right now, okay? So that's what's going on out here. Somebody in Mentor says, I'm just trying to keep up with this crazy weather. Me too, man. That's literally all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. That's it. So what is it? Is it fish or guitars up here in Bassville? Somebody says they're scared. No. That's not right. You are not scared. You are rather prepared, okay? You've got the WeatherWise app. You've downloaded it for free. You're tracking it. You're putting your dot on my map. You're already 3 steps ahead of most people, okay? You're watching this stream. All right. You're 10 steps ahead of most people. The reason you hear about people getting hurt in big storms oftentimes is just because they're not paying attention, and you are already ahead. All right. So now what you got to do is just make sure you're prepared indoors, away from windows, underground, preferably. Get them shoes on. Nothing can surprise you. OK. And then more than likely, all of that was going to be, it's overkill, right? The storm's going to go by. You're going to be just fine. But what do you have to lose? Right. Other than everything, if a very unfortunate situation happens and you are unlucky enough to get hit by an actual tornado, that's why we encourage everybody to take all those precautions. Once again, don't be scared. Be prepared. Tornado warning continues down here east of Highlandville. The most likely place for us to have like an actual tornado on the ground right now is right over Highway 65, south of Selmore in Missouri, moving up towards Shady Grove and Ozark. We do have, a lot of people out here in this one as well. Doesn't look like there's too many people out and about on this Sunday, this rainy Sunday. So that's good. So hopefully everybody's sheltering out there. Again, that one's got about 14,000 people on it, and there's about 10 minutes left on that warning. And then we've got 25 minutes left on this warning over here. All right. Let me show you the SPC risk. This is once again, one of the main reasons why we're live today. Big time storm expected, maybe a derecho tonight. in North Dakota. All right. And then up here in Canada, we don't have the graphics for this, but up there in Canada, we really have a chance of seeing some big tornadoes tonight. Big tornadoes. I'm talking about the big ones. Okay. This is what the beginning stages of that looks like from Brandon Kopic's point of view. We have a rare extreme risk of severe weather up there in Canada tonight. This is the first time in 8 years they've done that, Environment Canada. So it's going to be plumb wild. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on that. Yeah, talk about a rain-wrapped circulation up there. Yeah, we ain't seeing nothing on that, but we are definitely taking shelter out there in Fairgrove. Basically, yeah, it's like a high risk. You know how we get the high risk of severe weather sometimes in the United States? It's very rare, and it only happens on big time days. That's what's happening up there in Canada. By the way, there's another zoo out here in the path of this storm that is eclipsed by this polygon. That's the Dickerson Park Zoo. So hopefully everybody out there is taking shelter. Hopefully the animals are, properly being taken care of out there. Outside of that, we also have the Stratford RV Park directly in the path of this storm and the Greene County Jail. So everybody needs to be taking shelter. But again, the rotation looks less impressive, but we got to be in our safe spots for the next 23 minutes at least. Down here to the south, they also downgraded this warning. It's no longer confirmed on the ground. This is now radar indicated rotation, but it's still heading up towards Christian Center and Ozark. I see most of our people checking in right now on the WeatherWise app are actually not in a warning. So a lot of people in like downtown Springfield, especially on the southern side, are checking in. You guys are safe. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. If you're in between these polygons, you're fine. Somebody said fish. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's Bassville. No sirens can I come out? Yeah, you're good. If you're in, the Mercy Hospital area, down to Cox Medical Center, you're good. Are we in the clear now? Yes. If you're not in this polygon, the red polygon, you are good. Now, here's what you do have, though. You do have a flash flood warning. Okay, so watch those creeks and streams. Watch them. Current situation, 14 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Lots of stuff is starting to pop off up here in the north. In the north. Okay, so once again, this is why we're live. This is like the main reason why we're live. 300,000 people are in a PDS severe thunderstorm watch right now. A PDS. All right, this is a particularly dangerous situation. We have a very good chance of seeing 100-mile-per-hour winds tonight with this. We're talking about a hurricane, essentially, going into North Dakota. This is going to be a pretty dangerous storm, and it's going to be flirting with hitting some fairly populated areas, especially considering where we are up here. So that's something that we have to keep in mind there. Again, up to 100-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible with this. We've already got a bunch of storms popping up out here. Watford City, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Manning is also under a severe thunderstorm warning down here in North Dakota as well. And look at this. We got the tornado ID lighting up down here. It's absolutely lighting up. Up to 78% on that rotation there. Now that's a little bit contaminated, but it's legit. It's legit. And I think it deserves a y'all watch. Okay. Low confidence, but definitely a y'all watch. If I've ever seen one, we're going to go low confidence tornado. Y'all watch out there. I do think that if we see a tornado warning with this complex, it's going to come from that. So let's open that up. This is in North Dakota. Once again, we're going to do a little bit of a deep research. I don't know if there's anything at all inside of this polygon, but we're about to find out. We do have the Storefish Dam and the St. Edward's Church and the Manning Community Church. All right, so you guys aren't under a tornado warning, but you might be here soon. You might be here soon, so it's time to think about what you're going to do if that tornado warning does come through. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning that you are in is tagged with the tornado possible, all right? But the next step is going to be for them to actually upgrade the interior of that to a tornado warning. And I think that this right here probably, it probably warrants that. So we're going to be watching that very closely. Let's go back down to Missouri, where I know most of you guys are right now. Rotation still exists down here near Selmore. That's moving up towards Ozark. You got to be taking shelter. I've got a viewer right here saying taking shelter. You got to stay there for at least 4 minutes. Now, in 4 minutes, this polygon is going to be allowed to expire. I don't know if they're going to extend it. The rotation's kind of weak, but they might push this on up to put Ozark back in the crosshairs of a warning for an additional 40 minutes or something like that. But stay in your safe spots at least for the next 4 minutes, and then we might be talking about Cody next. Up here, just to the north and east of Springfield, we do have another, a tornado warning up here for 18 minutes. So everybody up here on the northeast side of Springfield up to Stratford and Fairgrove needs to be sheltered for at least 18 minutes, okay? I got somebody out here saying that was a little too close for comfort. Yeah, I feel you on that. Little bit too close for comfort. Anybody else feel that way in Springfield? The good news is I think this is about over. I really do. I think that the Springfield ordeal is about over. The rotation's kind of letting up on these, but we're not. We're being hyper vigilant because we don't want to let our guards down and all that good stuff. Me and 5 others are watching out of my garage. Get the heck out of the garage. Actually, you're good for now. But if they end up moving that warning up, you should probably get out of the garage, okay? Okay. Let's go back up here to the north. The north is getting plumb smacked by 70-mile-per-hour winds. Again, Williston is under this warning right now. Tioga and Stanley as well. Dude, we have nothing up here, dude. We've got no traffic cameras. We've got no tower cameras. We barely have any storm chasers. Canada took all of our storm chasers. We have this one camera in Miles City, Montana, thanks to milescitylive.com. So, and it's not near a storm right now. So, but man, it would look crazy. I want you to just close your eyes real quick. Okay. Close your eyes. Imagine it's plumb wild. Okay. That's what it looks like out here. That's the best I can do. This is definitely a damaging storm coming up into Williston, Tioga, and Stanley, bringing about golf ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. I'm a little bit more concerned about the one to the south. That's the one that Jaden Pappenheim is driving towards right now. And just look at the sky out there out in front of this. This is what Jaden Pappenheim is driving towards right now. That's the storm that I have y'all watched. Let's go back down to the south. 16 minutes remain on that tornado warning for Greene County in Missouri. Stay sheltered for a little bit longer. And then just 1 minute left on this warning. Again, I don't know if they will extend this out, but if they do, it might include places like Ozark, again, Stratford, and Fordland in Missouri. So you guys need to be watching out. I'm not confident enough to put a y'all watch on it, but they might issue a warning out of precaution or something like that. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. So we got to stay sheltered for a couple more minutes, all right? Hey, by the way, if you do happen to live out there in the north where we don't have any cameras and you can do so safely, feel free to send us stuff to ryanhallyall.com/submit, just like Kate did out there. Whoa, look at this. There's the spin out there in Christian County, Missouri, just a little bit ago. Dang. Dang. That's exactly the spin that was warned. So, again, that spin right there, that's the reason we had a tornado warning in Missouri. Now, I don't know if, that touched down anywhere. We do believe that it did, at least intermittently. So thank you so much, Kate, for sending that in. All right, so the southern tornado warning has been allowed to expire. They don't have a new one out yet, but we still have a little bit later left on this one up here, okay? For Greene County, a little bit left on that. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you what to do.
A new tornado warning.
Never
has
mind.
been
Okay,
issued.
they did. They decided to put out another warning. I'm surprised. I am slightly surprised. But once again, we are in a situation where there are a significant amount of, storms that have been capable of producing a tornado today. So we're being overly precautious, which is a good thing. But this does mean that if you are in Ozark, Missouri, you've got to take shelter right now. Tornado warning just dropped for your area. This is not a drill. A tornado has been spotted or detected on radar, and you need to act right now. A tornado warning means there is an immediate threat to life and property. This is the most urgent alert the National Weather Service can issue for a tornado. Here's what to do. Get to your safe room immediately. Go to an interior room on the lowest floor. Stay away from windows and outside walls. Cover your head and neck and get under sturdy furniture if you can. The best places to shelter, a basement or storm cellar, is your number one option. If you don't have one, an interior bathroom or closet works. A stairwell on the lowest floor can also provide overhead protection. Now here's what not to do. Never shelter under a highway overpass. Do not stay in a mobile home, even if it's tied down. Do not try to outrun a tornado in your car, and do not open your windows. That's a myth. After the storm, wait for the all clear before going outside. Stay away from downed power lines and flooded roads, and check on your neighbors. And that message is for you. If you're anywhere out there in Christian County in Missouri, we still do have some rotation out there south of Ozark, so we got to be taking shelter. Somebody said, let the games begin. Up a little bit farther to the north, Greene County, Missouri. You guys still have 12 minutes left on your tornado warning, okay? Some people are asking about Andy. Where's Andy? Daggone it, where's my Where's Andy button? Oh, here we go. Well, daggone it, it don't even work anymore. Anyways, Andy's on chasecation, okay? Every once in a while, Andy's got to get out of the studio, and he's got to go talk to the tornadoes himself. So he's out in the plains chasing, and he's not going to be here today, but he'll be back soon. So that's why I'm on the desk today to do the broadcasting and the y'all watching. I'm doing it both. I'm doing them both today. But if I say so myself, I've been doing a pretty good job. Thank you. Okay. I know I'm no Andy. I'm no Andy Hill, but we've been doing all right. Again, Ozark in Missouri, you guys are under a tornado warning. Get shelter. Ozark Village Mobile Home Park, Homestead Park, Lambert's RV Park, the Healing Rains. All these places are in the path of a dangerous storm. Again, that tornado warning is going to be radar indicated, and so is this other one. We had reports of a tornado on the ground. We had radar confirmed tornado earlier. That is not the case currently. But it could be the case again here soon. Hey, by the way, another thing that's happening right now, I got some people tuning in from Alabama. We got some crazy flooding going on in Alabama. Check this out. Tons of water coming out there near, what is this, Nakalula Falls? Oh, yeah. Elijah is here, though. Yeah, we had a flash flood emergency earlier in Huntsville. And now we got a bunch of flash flood warnings out there. Somebody said, why is it pink? Well, in Alabama, whenever it rains really hard, the water turns pink. I'm kidding. This is like a cool like attraction that you can go to at night, and they light up the waterfall every night. But normally it's all pink and it's nice, but because the water's so high and we have so much brown going on, it just looks partially pink. By the way, we had a big earthquake. We had a big earthquake earlier. There's no tsunami danger in North America or Canada following that earthquake. So some people were asking about that in chat too. So that's what's going on over there in Alabama. More rain is on the way. Tornado warning continues over here for Ozark. Your rotation is going to go just to the east of town, I believe. Somebody says, everyone stay safe. I got the fam in the basement, and we're using your stream to keep friends in the Ozark area safe. That's what we like to hear. Once again, the rotation is still there, but I'm not freaking out about it, and you shouldn't either. This up here is the Fairgrove tornado warning. Same story. It looks like it's calming down just a little bit. Yeah, so we had a huge earthquake down here. It was last I heard, what was it, 7.8? 7.8 out there. So a lot of people were concerned about an earthquake. Some preliminary reports were like it was an 8.2, maybe an 8.9, but I think that 7.8 is where we are. No tsunami, concerns in America as of right now. And as far as I know, there's no major tsunami concerns over here, or if there is, we'll hear about it very soon. Yeah, that's a big earthquake. 7.8 is big. Here's what it looks like out there in South Dakota right now. It's getting plumb wild. So again, if you're just now tuning in, this is what we're dealing with as far as the SPC outlook goes tonight. We got a big moderate risk of severe weather up here in Montana and South Dakota. That's one of the main reasons why we're going live today. But of course, all eyes are going to remain on Missouri until we get these tornadoes out of here. The northern tornado warning, by the way, has been allowed to expire. So that's good news. That is good news. Let me set up my regional view here. Now, what in the world? Okay, here we go. Bear with me, y'all. I'm setting stuff up. There we go. All right. So if you're just now tuning in, we also have stuff going on in Canada right now. There's a couple storms that are going to try to produce big tornadoes up here. They've got an extreme risk of severe weather tonight. We do have a tornado watch in effect for a good portion of Canada, and we will be covering that as the storms continue to get more and more intense tonight. And that's going to be honestly one of the main things that we're here for, especially once this stuff calms down a little bit farther to the south. But we do have a pretty big severe thunderstorm warning down here for 1.5-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds in North Dakota. That's coming right on up to Dickinson. So you guys definitely need to be getting indoors and away from windows out there. Here's that swirly cloud again from Kate out there in Missouri. We've got some flash flood going on out there in Springfield as well. And we do have lots of views of the Springfield storm. Thank you guys so much for sending this stuff in to ryanhallyall.com/submit. You've got some larger hailstones out there. Sean sending that in. This is another view of that rotating cloud that was coming. Oh, this is in Billings County, North Dakota. I thought this shot was honestly from the storm in Missouri. So FB, thanks so much for sending that in. We do have another shot of the storm out there in Taney County, Missouri from Amy. And then this is the heavy rain out there in Springfield from Caden. And then there's some hail out there in DeSoto County, Mississippi. So we got storms going on everywhere. It's even storming at the Buc-ee's, son. We've got people taking shelter at the Buc-ee's in Springfield. Madison, thank you so much for sending that in. Woo, look at that. This is up there in Yellowstone County, Montana. Gosh, that is a sculpted storm. I like that. That looks awesome. Thanks for sending that in, Jake. Again, if you live up there in the north, feel free to send us as much content as you feel like you can, because we don't have much to work with. Don't get me wrong, we got the storm chasers, but we don't have the, everything else. And don't put yourself in harm's way to do it, please. Here's something up there in Manitoba. Thank you so much for sending that in. Montana again. North Dakota. So you guys are here. South Dakota, we got a big storm too down here near Harding and Perkins counties. This is what it looks like from Brandon Montgomery's point of view out there. It's a pretty nasty storm. Oh, daggone it. I'm going to put the region as right here. Save. USA, region, SPC. Yeah, that's good. So if you're just now tuning in, we still do have a tornado warning over here south and east of Springfield, Missouri. Your rotation is let up a little bit on that storm, but it might actually be trying to come back together to the east of the warning polygon. You see what I'm saying? It's not too crazy, but we might as well, y'all, watch it. We might as well, right? Starts here. Goes all the way up to right there. We'll generate a little bit of a polygon there. We'll accept that. Tornado, low confidence tornado, y'all watch. For that new area of rotation that's going to be going up between Sparta and Ongo. Okay, so a new tornado warning might be issued for that right there. Let's give you some more information on that. Let's do some deep research on it. This is not surface level research. That's why it's very important that we indicate that it's deep. We got Cobb Ridge, the Cobb Ridge campground. If we get a new tornado warning out here, the Cobb Ridge campground is going to be included. Same for the Robert Jones Airport, the Green Hill School, the La Rose School, all the way down there to the Full Gospel Church and the Pauls Lake Dam. These are all places that need to be getting ready to potentially take shelter if a new tornado warning comes out. Yeah, I mean, you've watched the weather, okay? You got the surface level. Oh, these roads, these towns. We're going to tell you which Dollar General the daggone thing is close to, okay? The Dollar General with the street light that's out, the parking lot light, the one that won't stop flashing, we're trying to get hyper local and hyper granular with it. But right now, by the way, there's no tornado warnings. That's why we're lightening up a little bit, right? There's no tornado warnings, but we do believe there might be one coming here for this area of rotation here soon. So that's why we've got the y'all watch. We're saying y'all watch out. There might be something to watch here soon. We're up to 30,000 people watching. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. We're making it happen. All right. I think we can get to 40,000. I think we can get to 40,000. The only way that we can do that, though, is if you've got, somebody out there that you can share the stream with. Even just clicking the like button here on YouTube, that does something with the algorithm or something. I don't know. But the goal is to get this information out to as many people as possible. And the only way we can do that is with you. Let's go up to North Dakota real quick. Holy smokes. There's another one. Another rotating storm up here that you've got. You've got to y'all watch it. And once again, this stuff isn't guaranteed to produce a tornado, especially this. This is mostly a big hail maker here. But I would definitely want to know that there's at least a slight possibility that this could put down a tornado if I was out here. So I'm going to do a y'all watch on it. We're going to accept that polygon. Tornado, low confidence though, not very high confidence on that. Boom, y'all watch out there. In Montreal County, North Dakota, and McKenzie County, North Dakota. Is there anything in this polygon? Yeah, we got the Ross substation, a big power substation out there, and the North Shore substation. So if you're in Tioga or Stanley, if we actually have a tornado out here, expect to lose power. Two big substations right in the path of this rotating storm. World. 15 people are asking me about the massive earthquake in the Philippines. We just talked about that. Let's go back over here, though. Way over to the Philippines. We had a massive earthquake out there in the Philippines. It doesn't look like, there's much more information that we have other than that. I don't know about injuries or if anybody got hurt or anything like that, really. But we're keeping an eye on it. There is no tsunami threat to the United States or Canada, though. I do know that for sure. A 7.8 is a big one, though. It's a big one. Hey, somebody in Watford City is watching, and they're telling me I'm saying Tioga wrong. It's Tioga. Tioga, my bad. Tioga, y'all watch out. Jaden Pappenheim's on my other y'all watch down here. Let's see if he's seeing anything.
Thing is, though, there's a crap ton of stuff firing out in front of that, so shouldn't have to worry.
Yeah, this is exactly what I expected it to look like. Out there in North Dakota. Again, we're watching this area of rotation right here, approaching Highway 2 in Montreal and McKenzie counties in North Dakota. Apparently, people are having problems with the stream again today. I would suggest potentially, pausing the stream or refreshing the stream. That helps. And boom, there it is again. Our y'all watch. We nailed it. Okay, we got another tornado warning out here for Webster and Christian counties in Missouri, and that rotation has actually picked up a little bit here between Sparta and Oldfield, coming up towards Velser. So Christian, Green, and Webster counties, you guys have got to take shelter now. This is a very dangerous storm. I've got another button I've got to push. Give me just 1 second here. Tornado warning just dropped for your area. This is not a drill. A tornado has been spotted or detected on radar, and you need to act right now. A tornado warning means there is an immediate threat to life and property. This is the most urgent alert the National Weather Service can issue for a tornado. Here's what to do. Get to your safe room immediately. Go to an interior room on the lowest floor. Stay away from windows and outside walls. Cover your head and neck and get under sturdy furniture if you can. The best places to shelter, a basement or storm cellar, is your #1 option. If you don't have one, an interior bathroom or closet works. A stairwell on the lowest floor can also provide overhead protection. Now here's what not to do. Never shelter under a highway overpass. Do not stay in a mobile home, even if it's tied down. Do not try to outrun a tornado in your car, and do not open your windows. That's a myth. After the storm, wait for the all clear before going outside. Stay away from downed power lines and flooded roads, and check on your neighbors. Okay, that message was for you. If you're in Christian, Green, or Webster counties out here in Missouri, 26,000 people in this tornado warning. In the past couple of frames, the rotation has picked up quite a bit. So Sparta, Velser, Bruner, you guys are definitely in the path of this storm, and it definitely looks like this is one of the more concerning velocity signatures I've seen out of all of these. So this is coming up there towards, again, Velser, Anchor Hills, Peck Ridge, White Oak, Hollow, Zenar, Fordland, and places like that. You guys have got to take shelter if you haven't already. Somebody said, finally. Somebody said, no scare, be prepared. I agree. That's the way that we've got to be. Right there's your rotation. Man, that's actually pretty concerning. Again, we're not going to be able to see it, but there could very well be a tornado going on right now near the town of Sparta. So you got to get indoors and away from windows. That's the first priority. Then underground if you can. If you can't, then in that interior room with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive here, see what's out in front of this thing. Wow. There's a lot. We've got the Healing Rains Care Facility, the Ozark Correctional Center. The closest to the actual thing, though, is a power substation, another power substation. The rotation is going to go right up towards the private airport up there as well, and the Southern Webster County Fire Station. Okay, so if you're anywhere out here in the path of this thing, anywhere between Cody, Fordland, or Seymour, you've got to be taking shelter. Waiting on that next scan to come in because, you really don't like to see that. That's actually a pretty deep correlation coefficient there. So it looks very possible that we could have a damaging tornado going on the east side of Sparta right now. Man, that happened fast. I mean, it looked like we were going to be flying high and doing just fine here. And then, boom, the consolidation of that rotation happened right over Sparta. And now we've got ourselves a tornado on the ground. This is still, by the way, a radar-indicated tornado warning. So that's why it's so important that if you know anybody up here, you've got to be calling them and letting them know. I've got a viewer right here, literally, that lives right next to the tornado. That is on the ground, by the way. I believe they just upgraded it. Yep, there you go. Tornado warning, radar confirmed tornado on the ground here, probably at this point all the way up there towards Velser. If this stays on the ground, it's going to cross over there near Johnson Road in Highway 14. So everybody between Sparta and Brunner needs to be in their safe spots, and then all the way up there towards Rogersville, all the Campton Hollow Conservation Area and Diggins. You guys have all got to be in your safe spots right now. This is an incredibly dangerous situation for our friends out there. Look at that. So the next scan is going to be pretty telling here about just how damaging this likely was. The radar doesn't seem to be in the mode that it needs to be in to update as fast as we need it to. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the tornado picked up some debris here near East Fork, Bull Creek, and Dusty Road right there near the Estate Drive area. And now that debris is still in the air right over Highway 14. So that tornado, I believe, missed Sparta just to the east, but still likely hit some structures here and is now moving up past Velser. I've got another viewer directly in the path of the tornado. You've got to be taking shelter out there on Johnson Road, okay? Multiple viewers up here to the north near Rogersville. You guys also need to be taking shelter. It's very important that you do that. Very important. And let me zoom out a little bit to give you some context. This is all happening east of Springfield. All happening east of Springfield right now. And here's the warning information. Once again, Christian and Webster counties in Missouri, 18,000 people are in that warning. And it's going to go on for 34 more minutes. And again, this is why. This is the main problem right here is we've got a tornado on the ground. The way that we know that we have a tornado on the ground is this right here. This is what we call a debris signature. The yellows, greens, and blues on the map there indicate that the correlation coefficient has dropped, which means that there's stuff going on in the sky here that doesn't correlate with the surrounding things. You got a lot of raindrops in the cloud, right? And they're all the same size and shape. So we correlate very nicely and we paint it the same color, red, orange, purple, whatever. But whenever there's stuff that's a different shape and size than a raindrop up in the cloud, it doesn't correlate. So we drop that correlation coefficient, we paint it a different color on the map, and that's what's happening right here. And it's happening on top of a velocity couplet. So we've got spinning air and stuff in the sky that shouldn't be there on top of that spinning air. So what does that mean? 2 + 2 equals tornado, okay? And that's why we can confirm that there's a tornado on the ground here, even though we don't necessarily have a camera on it or a storm chaser or anything like that. Yeah, highly recommend refreshing YouTube if you're experiencing lag. All right, so once again, we're just waiting on that next scan. See what we can see here right now. We're still. It still looks like there's a tornado here. The next places that really need to be concerned are Bishop Hollow, Anchor Hills, and Peck Ridge, and places like that. I've got viewers up here. Somebody says they're prepared but a little scared. That's normal. And we've got not scared, prepared AF. So your neighbor up there. I mean, you guys should talk more. I don't know. That's a good attitude to have, though. You know, the more prepared you are, the better off you're going to be. Hopefully, this thing weakens out and fizzles out before it gets to you. And in fact, that next scan on the velocity does look a little bit less concerning, but it's still there, and it's still a velocity couplet that could produce a tornado as it goes up towards Anchor Hills, Bishop Hollow, and Peck Ridge. So make sure you're getting into that safe spot just as fast as you can. Now let's hear from Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I don't have my camera set up at the moment, but if you actually just look north of that tornado warning, near North View, Missouri, there's actually a little bit of a new couplet kind of forming just outside of that. So we need to all be getting ready for a possible tornado warning issued just to the north of the ongoing tornado warning.
All right, thank you very much, Elijah. We're talking about this right here near Caddo, I believe. So yeah, this little kink right here in the line here, north of Stratford and Holman, that's another place that we've got to be watching out for a potential spin-up tornado there, as it'll parallel Interstate 44. I got a camera in Marshfield, not seeing anything from that. Not seeing anything from that. Real quick, coming back up to North Dakota. Once again, Wilson, Wadsford City. You guys are under a 2-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind. Considerable damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to go on for 30 more minutes. And we got somebody in Watford City saying, thankful you're alive. Yes, I'm glad to be here. I promise we'll be talking about you guys a lot tonight. It's not over. Right now, we're so hyper focused on Missouri because we do have confirmed tornadoes on the ground and stuff. But I expect that this will calm down a little bit.
Tornado warning has been issued
as we go forward. And there's that new tornado warning that we expected from the divot in the velocity over here near Caddo and Conklin. So now we've got a tornado warning for Dallas and Webster counties in Missouri. Dallas and Webster counties in Missouri are now under a tornado warning. Let's see what we've got out in front of this thing. Of course, we've got Interstate 44, but we also have the RV Express Campground, the Webco Manor Nursing Home. We've got the Blue Minstetter Airport, the Becker Field, and there's even the Walmart Supercenter down there in Marshfield in the path of that rotation. So we got to get everybody in their safe spots out there until 9:45. That's Marshfield in Missouri. This is a tornado warning that's going to go on for Dallas and Webster counties for 43 more minutes. Elijah absolutely nailed it. I've got to make a nailed it thing for everybody. I need one. Elijah needs one.
Tornado warning for southeastern Greene County. Rotation senior started moving north-northeast until 2030.
So now we have a couple of tornado warnings. We technically have 7. And if you're wondering what we have 7, that's right. Yeah, Canada has tornado warnings. Okay, and by the way, if you're Canadian, welcome. We've got you covered tonight. Tornado warnings are in the WeatherWise app. If you want to follow along in the WeatherWise app, we got Canadian warnings, Canadian alerts, Canadian lightning, Canadian storm chasers, Canadian radar, Canadian this, Canadian that. Okay, so you can have a great WeatherWise experience, even if you're Canadian. And that's where I'm getting all my warnings from right now. So a lot of these are actually, most of our warnings right now are for Canada. And our storm chasers are going after these storms right now. So we should see a tornado, I believe, in the near future on one of these storms. But we still have that ongoing observed tornado warning for Christian and Webster counties in Missouri for the next 27 minutes. So we're encouraging everybody to take shelter out there. Coming back up to this one, though, the 41-minute warning. You can see that hook is a little bit more pronounced now, just south of Conklin. That's going to be moving up towards Beach. So this is actually looking a little bit more concerning now with our rotation between Conklin and Dermott in Missouri. Take shelter now in Beach and Vance and Handley and places like that. Do you think Marshfield will get hit? You guys are definitely getting hit by this storm. Are you going to get hit by a tornado? It's hard to tell, but you are under a tornado warning, so you should take shelter, regardless of what I think. We do have a camera on this. I don't know if we'll be able to see a tornado from this vantage point, but we should get pretty close. This is our best chance, our best shot of seeing a tornado, so we're going to keep our eyes on this. Again, the tornadoes that are happening today with these storms are so low to the ground and wrapped in rain, you're really not going to see them. So even if we don't see anything on this camera, that doesn't mean that there's not a tornado hiding out there somewhere. Doesn't mean that at all. In fact, that's a mean looking hook. That's all I need. If I lived in Conklin, I would be getting to shelter. I would not be like, at 240p traffic camera, I can't see a tornado on it, so I'm just going to mow the grass. Yeah, no, not a good idea. Rotation still looks somewhat robust here north of Velser in Missouri as well. That storm's still going up towards Anchor Hills. And this thing's going to keep on going right on up towards places like All as well and Rogersville in about 12 minutes. Israel Bishop says, I'm on the phone warning my family in Missouri right now. Thank you, Ryan. No, thank you. You're doing the work here, okay? The way this stream works, I'm telling you guys, and I've told you this before, if you're watching this, you're probably a weather nerd, okay? Most people just don't care enough about the weather. They don't want to hear about it, all right? So here, sitting and listening to me yap about the weather is just the last thing that they want to do. So if you're watching this right now, you're probably the person in your family that everybody's like, oh, what's the weather going to be like, right? You're the one that's calling people and texting people and telling them what's going on. So the whole point here is for you to disseminate information to people, all right? Now, if you think they would benefit from watching us, I do appreciate it whenever you guys share our stream. But even if you're not doing that, if you're just relaying information, you're actually helping a lot. You are helping a lot. So once again, if we have a tornado right now, it's just to the north and east of Caddo in Missouri, just to the south and east of Conklin, moving up towards Beach and Faulkner's Hill. And then there's another warning down here for Christian and Webster counties, and the rotation right now is near Velser. Moving up towards Rogersville. So I got people in Rogersville saying that they're prepared and all of the animals are safe. Now, that's good to hear. Somebody says, I'm out running with a load of ice cream. Somebody in Diggins, under a tornado warning, says, I'm out running with a load of ice cream. Got snacks if it gets me. That's what they said. Okay. All right. Thanks for the update, man. Hopefully you got shelter. Somebody in Seymour says, I'm watching and waiting. Here's a camera near Marshfield showing us that tornado warned storm as it comes on in. Yeah, if you call your uncle, all right, and you're like, hey, don't you live in Marshfield, Missouri, last I checked? And he's like, yeah, I'm mowing my grass. And you're like, well, you know, you're under a tornado warning, right? And he's like, yeah, I've been under a tornado warning every weekend since 1974. And that's when you say, but Ryan said, all right, maybe that carries a little bit of weight. Maybe just a little bit. Dang, we just had a 6.4 earthquake just struck the Philippines. Another one. That's a new earthquake, most likely an aftershock, and it was a big one.
Over to Highway Patrol. You can show Battalion A3 back in service. Where do you have the rotation and what direction?
Mojo says, I'm checking in from Clarksville, Tennessee. Thanks for keeping my family in New Jersey and New York City safe yesterday. I was relaying information all day. That's what we like to hear. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm glad we could help out yesterday. Somebody says, it's nice and green here. Lots of thunder. That's coming up towards Diggins and Seymour once again. I got to go up to Wyoming real quick. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning back here for Sheridan County for 35 more minutes. And then I got to check back in on our friends up here in Williston. 70-mile-per-hour winds are still coming in. Somebody says, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Just stay indoors and away from windows. This the worst of the storm is to the east of Williston right now, but more rounds are going to be coming in. Certainly more rounds are going to be coming in. Yeah, lots of aftershocks out there. Hey, don't know how to say your name, but 6619, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. This is the tornado warning that we have that we're watching out here near Sparta. Again, the rotation is now a little bit past Sparta. I would call it down here just to the south of Bishop Hollow, near Anchor Hills. That's where we've got our rotation now, moving up towards Peck Ridge. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of research here about what's in the path. If there's a tornado on the ground, it's literally going to be moving right near the Logan Rogersville Fire Department, and then the Spring Hill Church right after that. And then the next place in line would be the New Liberty Church over here near Peck Ridge. So we got to be considering that. I've got some viewers in the path too. That blue dot right there near Rogersville, that's somebody that's in the path of the rotation. It's not a tight velocity couplet, but just to give you an idea of exactly what we're looking at, this is the area of velocity that we're concerned about. It's almost outside of the bounds of the warning polygon. So hopefully everybody in Rogersville are aware of this, and hopefully the sirens are going off and all that good stuff. Or hopefully you're calling your uncle. You know, we all got to work together here. And then on this other warning, the rotation is going to be between Dermont and Conklin, moving up towards Beach. So this is your area of rotation here. Right in there. Again, it's not tight. It's really not tight rotation, but that's what we're concerned about. And it's moving up towards Faulkner's. 18 minutes remain on the Christian and Webster County tornado warning. And Dallas and Webster counties, you guys have got 33 minutes left on yours.
Christian County tornado warning has been canceled.
Springfield, Missouri. Here's a video that we got not too long ago from the rotation earlier that went through Springfield from Corey. You can see it right there. And then this is a view from Jasper County, Missouri, of the clouds rebuilding after leaving Carthage. Wow. Now that's an explosive updraft. Looks like a nuke going off back there. This is from Hannah showing us the storm coming up there into Watford City, North Dakota. Thank you so much for sending that in. That's a very powerful storm. Whenever you can see the flashes like that in broad daylight, you've got yourself a very intense storm. Not from today, but a recent Arkansas storm. Look at that. That looks weird. I mean, that's Mammatus clouds at sunset, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'd get uncomfortable out there with that, looking at that. I'd have to go in, watch a comedy movie or something. Hey, Faith, thanks for sending this in. Springfield, Missouri. This right here is exactly what a lot of people are dealing with tonight. Even if you're not getting tornado warnings, we've got so many people under flash flood warnings tonight all across the South. Big time hail out there in Brandon Coppock's area in Canada. Somebody in Marshfield said, Ryan, am I cooked? Let me check. No, I think you're good. I think you can handle this. Indoors, away from windows, you're all good in Marshfield. Stay sheltered for another 31 more minutes. Down to the south, there's another tornado warning, and the rotation is kind of letting up a little bit on that. We do have the estimated path of the tornado that just went between Sparta, Oldfield, and Belser. It looks like it just went east of Sparta there. A cone tornado occurred in this area. Trees were downed by the tornado. Okay, trees were downed by the tornado. There's that report there from, what is that, Road T, Highway 14, just south of Highway 14, east of Sparta. Radar confirmed tornado. Trees are down on the road. That tornado is likely lifted, though, before it came up into the Rogersville area, but it has the ability to come back down. That's why we're encouraging everyone to stay sheltered. There was another tornado down here just a little bit ago. A tornado occurred in this area, south of Highlandville and north of Spokane. You guys can see these tracks. We call them y'all tracks in the WeatherWise app if you have the Plus subscription. So Elijah is working on compiling data on this. So the National Weather Service stated that a confirmed tornado occurred in this area. No damage reports so far, though, in this area from Battlefield up to downtown Springfield. And you know, we can't really see that there was any damage according to what we can see on traffic cameras either. So that's what's going on, y'all. Tornado warnings out the wazoo right now. Let's check in with Freddie McKinney,
We just take it with us.
who is in
No,
Manitoba.
we found it on the ground.
What's that?
It was in the middle of the highway.
Don't worry about it.
What's in the drawer? Don't ask questions.
Frog says, Ryan, I get so much FOMO when you're live.
Make this corner without falling off.
What does that mean? You fear of missing out on what?
Hey, there's some mallards over there.
If they don't let you through, just open the ISP box towards them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hopefully they don't open the trunk. They're gonna have a lot of questions.
What is this? The bomb. Don't get too close to the wires. They tend to give cancer.
So our chasers are out and about today in Canada looking for tornadoes. I think they're going to have a little bit more luck today than they did yesterday. Oh, missing like a storm or something? Well, that's why you're watching. Oh, you personally want to be in it? Okay, I get it. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I get my fix or whatever from this. I feel like I'm digital storm chasing. I feel like I'm there. So I don't get any FOMO. I'm living vicariously through these chasers and through the traffic cameras and stuff.
Tornado warning in northeast. Christian coming into southeast and southwest Rogersville area in Greene County, Webster County.
Some people were asking me to check on southwest Missouri, and as of right now, there's nothing going on down there. Nothing going on. We've got a concentrated area of some rotating storms out here just to the east of Springfield, and that's really the main thing that we're concerned about right now. Right over the town of Beach, we've got some rotation moving up towards Faulkner's Hill, eventually up there towards Conway as well. And then we got some tighter rotation down here between Anchor Hills and Zenar, moving up towards Fordland and Diggins in Missouri. All that's in Missouri. But if I zoom out here, you can see that we've got a lot more than that going on. Hello to everybody, by the way. We got 31,000 people here. Only 200 dots on the map. Only 200 dots on the map. Where's everybody at? But we've got actually quite a bit of activity out there. Quite a bit of activity. Adams County, North Dakota is getting absolutely plumb smacked right now by 70-mile-per-hour winds. And then up here in Dunn, McLean, and Mercer counties in North Dakota, we've got 70-mile-per-hour winds as well. We've got a huge moderate risk of severe weather up here between areas west of Bismarck up towards Minot. Is that how you guys say it? Moderate risk, that's a 4 out of 5. And then we got an extreme risk of tornadoes today in Canada. And that's why Brandon Kopic's up there. So it's absolutely getting pretty wild out there. And here comes the dots. Here they come. I see everybody. Yeah. And you know, there's a lot of people watching that that are outside of the main areas today. And that makes sense. We depend on you guys too. Even if you're not in the middle of the severe weather, if it wasn't for you watching in the middle of Kansas right now where there's nothing going on, we wouldn't be able to reach as many people. So thank you for being here, everybody. Big time storm out here in Campbell County, Wyoming. That's going to be rocketing off to the north up there, towards Highway 59. So we're going to be watching that. Checking back in on our tornado warning out here in Christian and Webster counties in Missouri. We got 10 minutes left on it, but the rotation is still quite robust, so we definitely don't want to let our guards down. We got to stay sheltered all the way up there towards Diggins, okay? And then we also have the tornado warning continuing for Dallas and Webster counties for another 25 minutes. And still, the rotation looks pretty robust as it goes up towards Faulkner's Hill. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we had Conway in Missouri under a tornado warning as well. Coming back up to North Dakota, big group of thunderstorms now coming up towards the border there with Canada with 70-mile-per-hour winds and 1.75-inch hail. Let's hear from Elijah again.
Hey Ryan, so there actually is an ongoing tornado just to the east of Rogersville, Missouri now. There is a convert or a debris signature.
All right, thank you so much, Elijah. So we've got 2 tornado warnings here. Both of them are radar indicated, but we believe that we could have a tornado actually on the ground here with this area of rotation. This is what we were just talking about with that tight area of rotation. If you flip over to the correlation coefficient on the WeatherWise app, you can see that on that last frame there, we've got some darker blues here. So that's right next to the New Liberty Church and Locust Drive, moving up towards Porter Loop. Okay, so Rogersville, this is just to your east. You guys need to stay in your safe spots, but if you got any friends in Fordland, call them and let them know that there's actually a tornado on the ground. Even though the warning here states that it's not on the ground, it looks like it is. So that tighter velocity couplet there, that's our problem child, heading up towards Highway 60 right now. All right, let's see if there's anything in the direct path here. Somebody is out here near the New Liberty Church right now. One of our viewers that's checking in is near the New Liberty Church. And that's one of the places that's right there close to where the tornado is. We've also got the power substation out there near White Oak Hollow in the direct path of this. The Green Hill School is very close. And you got a lot of different places like that. So we're also watching the Green Hill Chapel as well. And there we go. We've got the tornado warning with a radar confirmed tornado now in Webster County, sorry. So the reason they upgraded that warning is because of this right here. Because of the debris signature. So we're going to watch and see where the next scan is, or where the next scan comes in and where the debris signature is. Is it getting deeper or is it getting larger? A lot of these tornadoes today have been on the weaker side and they haven't lasted a long time, but that doesn't mean that this next one's going to be that way. You know, it's different every time. Somebody says, how worried should we be? Moderately worried. I mean, you're under a tornado warning, so it's definitely not time to chill, but it's also not time to freak out. Just get into shelter. Underground if you can. If you can't, then get between, as many walls as you can. You don't want to be near an exterior wall. You don't want to be in an RV or a camper or anything like that. Somebody just outside of the warning says they're just vibing, so that's good news. I've got no traffic cameras out here in Portland, unfortunately. So that's the observed tornado warning for Webster County, Missouri. Let's go back up here to our radar indicated tornado warning for Dallas and Webster counties. And again, it looks like, we're going to have that rotation over here near Faulkner's Hill moving up towards Conway. I would not be surprised if we got an extension on our tornado warning here. It would be... It would probably be more surprising if we didn't. The rotation is somewhat broad, but I definitely would be watching out up there in Conway. So let's go ahead and do a y'all watch on this.
affirmative. It was a citizen that says there's a storm chaser. Advised there's a tornado that touched the ground. It was traveling.
Low confidence tornado, y'all watch. So y'all watch out all the way up there towards Lebanon. There's no tornado warning yet in Conway, Phillipsburg, or Lebanon, but this storm has a history of producing tornadoes, and we're saying y'all watch out just in case they decide to go ahead and issue that tornado warning for you. So if a tornado warning does come out here for this area, some of the places in the path are going to be the Happy Trails RV Park, the Fishing Tales Mobile Home Park, the Peaceful Valley Mobile Home Park. These are places where you definitely don't want to be during a tornado. We also have the Floyd Jones Airport, the Huban Power Station, and the Summer Fresh store up there near Conway. So you guys definitely need to be getting ready to take shelter. Again, we're saying y'all watch out. You're not under a warning yet, but we believe one might be coming here as this rotation is exiting the polygon that we have right now. Oscar Mayer updates, not right now. I don't think that we have any Oscar Mayer Wienermobiles out here, so that's good news. Our confirmed tornado warning continues out here for 4 more minutes for Fordland and surrounding areas and Rogersville. So you guys need to be staying in your safe spot down here in Webster County, Missouri as well.
Tornado warning for northeastern Greene County has been extended until 1945. Warning has now been extended to 1945 for
A new tornado warning has been issued.
New tornado warning has been issued for Marshfield again, so they are going to expand this warning out past Fordland and Diggins here all the way up to Marshfield. So you guys just got out of a warning, now you're in one again. Take shelter out there for 27,000 people. This is going to be a dangerous storm for you. The rotation on that one doesn't look as robust, but it definitely has the potential to wrap right back up. We've got the RV Express Campground in the path, the Wells Airport, and the Webco Manor Nursing Home in the path of that out here near Marshfield and Fordland and Diggins in Missouri. There was an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust reported. In North Dakota. So that's going to be Category 1 hurricane force winds out there in North Dakota. So we're already seeing some very damaging wind reports coming in. Remember, we've got up to 100-mile-per-hour winds possible with this big-time storm tonight. We got a PDS severe thunderstorm watch. If you're having problems with lag on the stream, refresh. So there's your rotation once again on Highway 60 coming up towards Fordland. And there's your tornado warning for Webster County. And then we are saying y'all watch out up here with this other area of rotation that's still coming together south and west of Conway. That's going up towards Lebanon. How long till it's here? Probably more than 30 or 45 minutes before it gets to you. And it'll change a lot on its way. So we don't know for sure that you're going to be under a tornado warning. 70 to 80-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible in Hebron up here in North Dakota.
non-injury accident, Cherry and 65, vehicle hydroplanes.
The tornado warning now for northeastern Greene County, including northeast Springfield, Stratford, and Fairgrove, goes until 7:45 p.m. this evening.
How's Canada looking? For the most part, I mean, it's definitely getting pretty wild up here. We've got some very strong storms. We got a couple of tornado warnings. Probably the most tornadic looking one right now is this one over here near Stoughton. That's definitely, oh yeah, that's definitely looking pretty nasty right there. Coming right up towards Stoughton, Ocean Man, and places like that. There is a tornado warning out here for this one. So we're going to be watching that as it goes up into the north and east. We've got large hail coming out of that one as well. And then we've got a bunch of storms over here close to our storm chasers, but none of them are actively producing a tornado right now as far as we can tell. Elijah's calling.
Hey Ryan, so this is actually kind of another area to watch, actually in North Dakota.
A new
So if
tornado
you look
warning
up
has
near
been issued.
Crosby, North Dakota, there actually might be some kind of tornado genesis maybe starting up in far northwest North Dakota, right in that area.
Awesome. Thank you, Elijah. There's another one of these big blocky velocity signatures we've seen happen a couple of times today. WeatherWise is picking it up, the AI tornado detector. Elijah's seeing it. So this is another place that we've got to watch out for, potentially getting in on some, tornadic activity out here near Crosby. So y'all watch out up here as well. We'll do a real quick, y'all watch on that. Again, I'm going to do a low confidence tornado. Y'all watch on that. Not 100% that we're going to get a tornado warning, but it's possible in Crosby. So y'all watch out. Let's go back down here to Missouri, where we did get a new tornado warning for the area that we all watched here for Conway, Phillipsburg, and Lebanon. Okay, things are about to get plumb wild. Somebody says things are about to get plumb wild. I think you're right. Unfortunately, you got a lot of rotation down here near Handley and Faulkner's Hill, moving up towards Phillipsburg, Britain, and places like that. So please take shelter if you haven't already. Now the town of Lebanon is in on this mess as well, and this is going to go on for like an hour until 10:15. God, there's a lot of stuff in the path of this one. Once again, the Happy Trails RV Park, that's in the path here near Pikeville. We got the Fishing Tails Mobile Home Park. You guys need to be taking shelter at the Peaceful Valley Mobile Home Park. We even have the Bennett Springs State Park campground in the path, and then the Matsey Airport near Dry Knob, and the Floyd W. Jones Airport as well. You guys all need to be taking shelter out here in front of this storm, because we've got a significant area of rotation coming between Handley and Conway, right up towards Phillipsburg, Pikeville, and the Bennett Spring Natural area, and the town of Lebanon. That's what it looks like in Lebanon right now. Can't really see much, but once again, it doesn't look like there's too many people out there on the road, so that's good. A lot of you guys asked me to go back to the waterfall over here in Gadsden at night, so let's go check that out. Again, we got a flash flood warning out here, so there's usually not this much water coming out of this waterfall out here at Nakaluka Falls in Gadsden, Alabama, but this is what it looks like out there when there's a flash flood warning. Look at that. That's insane. Yeah, normally there's like maybe 10% this much water. Like this is not normal. Nakalula?
Yes, we're still seeing circulation on the storm over Springfield, and we're going to be issuing a downstream tornado warning on it.
So again, Lebanon up here in Missouri, you guys are under a tornado warning. We do have a camera in Conway pretty close to the actual rotation, and this is what we're seeing out there. Lots of lightning, heavy rain, but certainly no tornadoes. Does that mean that there's not a tornado? No, it just means that we can't see it, which makes it even worse. Yeah, Andy is on vacation right now. Andy is not here, but he'll be back. North Dakota, 80-mile-per-hour winds. We officially have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning now in place. That's going to be for Dickinson. Richardson and Hebron. 80-mile-per-hour winds are coming in right now. So batten down the hatches. Treat this as if it was a tornado warning in Dickinson up there towards Hebron. Okay, this is in North Dakota. We're checking every sector, sweeping the area, looking for places where there might be people in vulnerable spots. Once again, if you are just now tuning in, we've got maybe the beginning stages of a derecho starting to form here in our moderate risk, our 4 out of 5 risk for severe weather today up in the north. We've got North Dakota in the crosshairs, also southern portions of Canada. We are keeping a very close eye on all of this stuff as the storms continue to get more and more intense. Dang. Okay, there actually is a lot of stuff out here. We've got the RNA rental mobile home park. This is, once again, a terrible situation to be in a mobile home. So if you're at the RNA mobile home park, the North Park Campground, Patterson Lake Campground, Evergreen Care Facility, or even up there towards the Brands Airfield or the Chase Airstrip, you've got 80-mile-per-hour winds coming towards you. You've got 80-mile-per-hour winds coming towards you right now. This is a dangerous situation. You got to get to shelter. You've got to. Let's zoom out a little bit, show you a little bit more of what's going on out here. I've got 200 people checking in on the WeatherWise app. Do you see your dot? I see some of you guys down here in Alabama. Somebody's down here says, hey, bestie. Hello. What in the world? Okay. And we've got some, lots of rain moving into Birmingham, Alabama right now, too. So I see you guys checking in out there. We've got a lot of people obviously checking in around the tornado warning, which makes a lot of sense. And by the way, this tornado warning continues for 38 more minutes. The rotation is down here around Conway, literally right on top of this camera, by the way. I'm not seeing a tornado, but that rotation is going to ride Interstate 44 right up into Lebanon, where it looks like this. So you guys need to be taking shelter at least for the next 38 minutes. Somebody says, here we go again. We have no sirens. Don't worry, I will be your siren. I will be your siren. Wee woo, wee woo. Take shelter.
Central Standard Time Monday at 7:07 p.m.
Somebody in Waynesville said, we're about to get hit. You're a little bit downstream, but definitely that's the right attitude to have. Stay tuned. We'll see if it gets all the way up there. We got another big time report up here, 79 miles per hour winds up here in North Dakota. We had an 80-mile-per-hour wind report as well. And I believe there was an 82-mile-per-hour wind report that just came in as well. So this is the real deal, guys. We've got some major damaging winds moving through now. Bismarck, you guys need to start battening down them hatches. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So we actually might have tornado genesis happening near Holiday, North Dakota. That would be seen from the Bismarck radar, kind of to the northeast of Dickinson there. You can kind of see that couplet trying to form a little bit there. Still got a little bit to go, but it might be worth a tornado warning here very soon.
All right. Thank you very much, Elijah. So this right here is what we're talking about. And this line right here, we're going to have a lot of little stuff like this that we have to watch. So y'all get ready. If there's anybody out here around the Douglas Creek Wildlife Management Area, you guys should definitely be watching this. And you know what? It might be worth doing a y'all watch on this just to be able to see the deep research, just to see what kind of campgrounds and stuff are in the path. Ooh, hold on. Wait. All right. Boom, boom. Boom. All right, I'm going to do a low confidence tornado y'all watch just so that we can do this. What's out here? Anything? because there's some rotation in there. We've got some embedded rotation, and there's really not much. We've got a couple of dams, no campgrounds from what I can tell. So that's actually good news. There is at least one campground, actually. So if anybody's over here near the Beaver Creek Wildlife Management Area, you should know about this. This is a pretty dangerous looking storm up here that could produce a tornado. And also, our other area that we put a y'all watch out for does now actually have a tornado warning. So we have officially got a tornado warning for Divide in North Dakota. That's Divide County, North Dakota. Take shelter. Take shelter. There are 1,192 people in that warning right now. The St. Luke's Medical Center is in the path here. Troy Field, Noonan Substation, Bounty School, and the Glenwood Church are all in the path. We also have the the little community of Noonan here and Paulson. Everybody needs to be getting indoors and away from windows. This is a very dangerous storm. Get underground if you can. And again, another little area of rotation right here coming up towards White Shield. So y'all watch out over there. But man, this whole line is getting really nasty. Really nasty. Somebody says, I'm kind of scared. I mean, this is, it's pretty ominous look. Pretty ominous look. That big line coming to you from the west. Definitely, I wouldn't say be scared, but, keep your guard up. As the storms approach Bismarck, they could be quite damaging tonight. That's not a joke. Checking back in on our friends in Missouri. We still have a tornado warning down here for 33 more minutes. The rotation's lit up a little bit, but we're staying sheltered for 33 more minutes. Same goes for you guys in Webster County. 33 more minutes on that sheltering, and we'll be just fine, okay? Stay sheltered, and we'll let you know when those warnings are allowed to expire. One of our strongest storms right now is moving out of Dickinson, moving up towards Manning and Hebron in North Dakota. This is a destructive damage threat, severe thunderstorm warning with 80-mile-per-hour winds. And the warnings just keep coming out left and right. Here's a look at a lowering there. Probably one of the things that was reported as a tornado in Greene County, Missouri from Nicole earlier. Shoo, look at that drone shot in Springfield. Wow. Thank you, Mark, for sending that in. Kayla, thanks for sending this in from the Dakotas there. This is the after the tornadic weather in Springfield, Missouri from Hayden. And we're getting them started young out there in New Haven County, Connecticut. You love to see it. And we got some flash flooding going on out here in Webster County, Missouri as well. Thank you guys for sending this stuff in. This is coming to me from ryanhallyall.com/submit. Wow, that's a cool. Thank you, Keith, for sending that in. And then this is the storm out there near Jeff City. They did issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for Adams, Grant, Morton, and Sioux counties out here in North Dakota. That's going to be for 7,000 people for the next 1 hour. Our person that checked in that said they were scared, that's for you. No scared. Be prepared.
All right, you too.
Look at this big, giant storm out there in Hardin County, South Dakota right now.
I love hearing that accent, guys. That sounds like it was a tornado, though. If it was strewn,
A new
mile and
tornado
a half
warning
away,
has been issued.
there's a good chance.
We just got another new tornado warning out here for this area of rotation down here near On Go. Look at that right here near On Go and Red Bank. That's going to be for Webster, Wright, and Christian counties in Missouri. That's going to go all the way up to Hartville. in Missouri, take shelter. So even this little cell down here, we're getting a tornado warning for it because of how active these storms have been today and their ability to produce tornadoes. We've got the Laura Ingalls Wilder RV Park in the path of that rotation, the Marsville Airport, Owen Field, and Short Turner Center out there, the Town and Country, the big store out there near Mansfield. Yeah, this does include Mansfield and Seymour. You guys need to be taking shelter out there if you haven't already. If we have a tornado, it's going to be right down here, south of Ongo, south and east of Keltner, west of Red Bank, south and west of Arden, moving up towards Tigris, Sarvis Point, Seymour, Cedar Gap, Mountaindale, New Grove, and Hartville. We've got a gaggle of tornado warnings out here now. Just to give you a perspective, it's all happening right around here. Y'allbot's calling me. I don't know if it's working. I'll try it one time. I will try it one time.
Hey Ryan, I know you're locked in on Missouri, but we just had an official 85-mile-per-hour wind gust measured near Gladstone, North Dakota.
Y'allbot, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, you're working today. All right, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, Y'allbot. Okay, so yeah, that's Y'allbot is bringing our attention back up here because we just got an 85-mile-per-hour winds report up here near Dickinson. So that's with the storm that we have been tracking, and that's the one that's associated with the destructive severe thunderstorm warning. So it's definitely doing the damage that we thought it would. Storms are going to be reaching Bismarck likely in about an hour. Yep, storms will be reaching Bismarck in about an hour, maybe a little bit more. A little bit less than an hour in Minot. So we've got our eyes on y'all. Wait, is Coppock coming back down into the States? Coppock is coming back to America. He's crossing the border right now, son. Why are we leaving Canada? Did we give up on the Canadian storms? We're coming down into North Dakota, son. So Coppock and Gherkin both are on their way back to America. Did they just cross the border, I think. Yeah, they're going through customs and border control or whatever. Border protections. Anyways, that's interesting. So the storms that they were targeting up here have kind of went linear. So they're not really, looking like they're going to produce a big tornado, at least not right now. So they're going to actually try to go down here, probably towards Minot, Mohall, West Hope. Maybe they're going to try to stay out in front of this line here and give us a view of the derecho. I'm curious. How does this work? So this is, by the way, so this is what it looks like to come out of Canada and go into America. This is fascinating. I've never done this. So if you guys didn't know, our storm chasers, a lot of them, Freddie McKinney, Corey Gherkin, Brandon Coppock, they've been in Canada for the last couple of days because we've had such incredible, storms up there. But it looks like, North Dakota's winning the battle today, so we're coming back to America. Oh, Brandon had to turn his cameras off. Yeah, he had to turn his cameras off like it's Area 51 or something. Looks like Freddy's coming down too. So yeah, that's just an interesting detour there. We still do have a tornado warning over here for Divide County in North Dakota, by the way. Rotation's still staying up. We do still have a tornado ID, rotation signature here on WEATHERWISE. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And we still have our tornado warnings down here in Missouri, but I'm telling y'all, the rotation has really calmed down with these. I would stay sheltered in Lebanon for 25 more minutes, though, just in case. If any of these has a more significant rotation signature, it's gonna be the storm down here to the south. Okay, the one near Ongo, the one that's coming up towards Tigris, Arden, Cedar Gap, and Mansfield and Seymour in Missouri. It's not looking like terrible or anything, but it's definitely the more robust rotation signature right now. So stay sheltered out there in Wright County for another 39 minutes. And then we've got 24 minutes left in Webster County. This rotation's kind of let up a little bit too, though.
Thank you. We appreciate your report.
This is out there in Jeff City, Missouri. And then we've got flooding in New Market, Alabama. This is awesome. We've got new water features being installed all across Alabama today. Now, there has been some pretty serious flooding in Alabama. I don't know if we've got anybody watching in Huntsville, but we had a flash flood emergency out there. I don't know if anybody has any footage or stories about what happened in Huntsville, but it seemed like it got pretty wild out there for a while. Here's what it looks like out there in Christian County. There's that South Dakota lapse again. Big time Mamatis showcases today. We got a PDS Rainbow out there in Arkansas. And then Greene County, Missouri. So thank you guys for sending this stuff in to ryanhallyall.com/submit. There's the hail in Yellowstone County, Montana. Rainbow again. So yeah, ryanhallyall.com/submit if you want to send me stuff. Only send me stuff though if you can do so safely. Go ahead and scan that QR. Go ahead and scan it. And we'll get right back into it. Dallas County, Missouri, 22 more minutes. All right, we're watching Gherkin go through.
I'm going to try and blast out ahead of this line. Man, it's like all of North Dakota's in a severe thunderstorm warning now.
Not to interrupt, guys, but
so what happens if they're like, you know what?
I miss you boys, and I hope you guys are
Nah, we don't want you back.
dominating too fat bus. Should have stayed in Florida, Jordan.
Can they do that? Turn around, you're Canadian now, buddy.
Canada again, come on now.
Well, I'll just say the 48-hour fires, your supercells on Tuesday. Absolute slap. Guess where?
Enderlin?
No, right where we are, just north of just into Canada, like on the warm front. I mean, I've told Brandon and Ethan I told you guys too. I think the warm front is the play on Tuesday, and that will likely be in southern Canada. I'll be up there.
Brady got searched yesterday, really?
Tomorrow.
Uh-oh. I mean, there is a lot of stuff like a storm chasing vehicle is kind of weird. It's kind of suspicious. You got to admit that.
I don't know.
There's all kinds of weird stuff hanging off of it.
I don't either, but this one, it matches my forecast off process. I think you'll probably have a linear tendency further south, and you'll have discrete tendency.
But they let old Gherkin through. That's good.
Yes. Most important question from me is, did you guys have some poutine?
So yeah, we got our storm chasers back. in America, or at least some of them. And Freddie's next. Freddie's going to be also coming back down into America as well. And it's because of this big old line of storms here. Minot, you guys are going to be under a severe thunderstorm warning here before too long. I'm surprised you're not already, actually. Minot needs to be absolutely ready to get absolutely rocked here by some very strong winds. I'm going to make this really wide. And we're going to do a medium confidence severe thunderstorm y'all watch here. So some of our strongest winds are going to be moving up into Minot here soon, okay? So you guys got to get ready to take shelter in Minot. Also, we do have a confirmed tornado now on our storm down here in Missouri. So this is what, like the third or fourth one of these today? Radar confirmed. You've got a debris signature right here. So this is near Ongo and Arden, the same places we've been hooting and hollering about for several minutes. Hopefully everybody's in their safe spots. But this one does look like it's on the ground. You've got your debris signature, your velocity couplet, and honestly, a really impressive looking hook as well. Another one. These Missouri storms just do not want to give up today. Next in line here, we've got the Beaver School in the path, the Pleasant Green School also in the path. So you guys definitely need to be taking shelter out there. There's something out here. What is this? The Breeden School. The tornado is right now currently near the Breeden School. If you know where that is, you know where the tornado is. And that's going to be moving up towards Seymour and Mansfield. Probably one of the more impressive signatures on radar that we've seen today, to be honest. The tsunami advisory for Guam has been canceled.
Pretty clear on the traffic for the tornado warning that's extended to Rogersville. The sirens should be going off now.
But man, some of the videos of the Philippines are looking pretty crazy. With the damage from the earthquake. So if you're just now tuning in, we've got an observed tornado warning for Douglas, Webster, and Wright counties in Missouri. We've got a very intense looking hook here. And a debris signature. It's all happening right there. Coming right up towards Arden. So if you live in Arden or anywhere near Arden, you're in a very dangerous spot right now in Missouri. This will hopefully thread the needle between Seymour and Mansfield, but both of these places are technically in the path. So we need you guys to take shelter immediately. Yeah, these Missouri storms are really persistent tonight. More so than last night, I think, in Arkansas. We had a similar situation out there where the storms weren't necessarily strong, but they were all spinning a lot, and that's what's happening here. So hopefully everybody in Arden and Tigris are in their safe spots.
Northside, new tornado warning for southeastern Greene County. Rotation senior Sparta moving north-northeast until 2030.
By the way, one of these tornadoes near Sparta, Missouri earlier actually looks pretty intense. I'm seeing video of it right now. I can't share it, but yeah, this is the real deal. That these storms are putting down real tornadoes today, and this could be another one right here. If we look at the latest scan, you can see that the tornado debris signature gets even larger. So you've got Kiger Mountain, Arden, and it's pretty rural out here, but you've got little places like this. Every time you see a little block like this right next to the road, that's a house. Somebody lives out here. There's not a ton of people in the direct path, but they're definitely out there. And you've got a debris signature, a debris ball maybe forming right here. That's going to go right up towards Tigris, Grenada, Cedar Gap, and Mansfield. It does look like this could be a pretty strong tornado, at least comparatively. Most of the tornadoes that we've seen today have been on the weaker side. This one could be potentially on the stronger side.
You can show Battalion A3 back in service.
Where you had the rotation and what direction is it headed?
So definitely take shelter. The approximate location of the tornado is right here, literally right here. It couldn't be more obvious on radar, to be honest. And then this is your debris signature. So you've got that darker blue area, and this correlation coefficient, it drops pretty low, all the way down to 0.24. That's a deep correlation coefficient drop. So that means that we could have debris being lofted up pretty high and pretty extensively into the storm. This could be somewhat of a significant tornado. The good news is, at least right now, at this very moment, it's in a fairly rural area. There's not much of anything in Arden. But once again, you've got some sparse houses and stuff around here. Things get a little bit more populated up there towards Tigris. Hopefully this doesn't make it all the way up there towards Seymour and Mansfield. But if it does, you guys got to be ready. And I know that you're watching because I see you. You've got a viewer right here that's checking in on the WeatherWise app. You've got a viewer right here that's checking in on the WeatherWise app. You guys are hopefully in your safe spot, and because that's where you need to be for at least the next 32 minutes. Right there is where we think the tornado is, near Arden. Velocity couplet. Whenever we get a new scan here, it should show that it's a little bit farther up to the north and east, probably between Depew and Tigris. And then also the fact that we have increased reflectivity values here inside of that hook means that there's a really good amount of debris up in there, more than likely. And if we go up with tilts, that's another thing here. Look, we're looking at the surface here, but if we go up, we're up several thousand feet now, and we still see debris in the air. So that's a sign that we likely have a significant tornado on our hands. I'm going to slice this storm. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, so it's possible that some of the debris is visible at least 8 to 12,000 feet up. At least. Potentially even more than that. The bulk of it, though, is right around 5 to 8,000 feet. Still pretty consistent with a strong tornado.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, let's go back to North Dakota real quick because we did get a tornado warning up here as well. Burke and Renville counties in North Dakota are now under a observed tornado warning. This is a law enforcement confirmed tornado. So get to shelter now up here in North Dakota. That's going to be really close to where our storm chasers are. We got the North Star Dam and the Edson Church in the path, okay? So take shelter out there in Burke and Renville counties in North Dakota. There's only 57 people in that warning, but we want every single person to be ready for the worst. By the way, we still got a severe thunderstorm warning down here for Adams, Grant, and Hettinger counties as well. This line of storms is going right towards Bismarck, and you guys need to be getting ready for it. Somebody out here near New Salem did say that a QLCS tornado caused some damage out there potentially from a tornado near New Salem in North Dakota. So that's the part of the storm that's moving towards Bismarck. And we got another big time wind report out here, 84 miles per hour. That's nuts. Back down to Missouri, observed tornado still on the ground, as far as we know, down here in Douglas County, Wright County, Webster counties in Missouri. We're encouraging everyone to take shelter. There's at least 13 of you guys watching right now that are checked in on the WeatherWise app that are showing up on my map inside of the warning. There's very likely many more people than that, but at least 13 people are directly in the path of a dangerous tornado right now, 14 now, and we want you guys to take shelter. There are other warnings. This one over here has got 8 minutes left on it south of Marshfield. The rotation's right here north of Fordland, moving towards Marshfield. Stay sheltered for 8 more minutes. Lebanon, you guys need to stay sheltered as well for about 8 more minutes. You're not cooked. And somebody says it's getting loud up here. Yeah, it's going to get pretty windy here. The tornado concern is there, but it's not as high, I would say, as what we've got going on just to the south here in Douglas, Webster, and Wright counties. Minot, yep, you guys are still getting ready to get hit by some very strong winds here. In fact, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning in Bottineau, Burke, and Dunn counties for 53 more minutes for 1-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. We're about to see that storm. Actually, I think we already can from Brandon Kopic's point of view. Look at that. Wow, what a view. That's going to be crazy as it gets closer. That's going to be plumb wild. Back down to Missouri, tornadoes still possible down here near Tigris, moving off to the north and east. Stay sheltered. Mansfield and Seymour. Somebody up here says, I don't have a shelter.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Gyros and a movie and a lawn chair it is. I mean, as long as the movie and the lawn chair are indoors and away from windows, that's the least we can ask, right? By the way, tornado warning that goes all the way up to Waynesville now. So Waynesville, you guys were checking in earlier. There you go. You're under a tornado warning now. Take shelter. The rotation just isn't as impressive as it was before. We've got some broad rotation that could consolidate into a new threat. So that's why we've got this precautionary tornado warning in place now. Everybody needs to take shelter inside of that flashing red polygon right there. The siren's on and off, and it seems weak. The sirens are about to come on again, because they just issued that new warning. Sirens went off twice in Ava. Ava, you're not technically in the warning, but you are pretty close to the where the tornado would be, right here east of Ongo. That's going up toward between Seymour and Mansfield once again, and then Hartville in Missouri. What in the world? Oh, well. We saw a deer. But something happened when I clicked on Freddie's stream there. Yeah, this stuff is going to slowly but surely move up there towards St. Louis. I don't think it'll be a big problem by the time it gets to St. Louis. We do have a tornado watch out here, and it's literally just in this area. So as these storms exit the Springfield and Lebanon area and move towards Jefferson City, St. Louis, places like that, they're not going to be as spinny, if that makes sense. This one down here is very spinny, though, as it comes up towards Tigris and Cedar Gap and Mansfield. Hopefully everybody out there is in their safe spot right now. Once again, we do have an observed tornado warning out here in North Dakota for 20 more minutes. Take shelter if you haven't already. And Brandon Montgomery's still out there on a storm. And Jaden Pappenheim is as well. But I think one of our better views of this line of storms coming through is about to come from Brandon Kopic. So we're going to keep an eye on him as this thing keeps going through North Dakota. Look at how low to the ground the clouds are out here in Alabama. Doesn't this look creepy? It's a good thing we don't have any wind shear out here in Alabama today, because this is another instance of like a situation where it's really easy for tornadoes to form. Yeah, that's out there in Birmingham. And then, yeah, we'll check back in on our big waterfall over here. Still gushing. Just absolutely gushing out there in Nakalula Falls in Gadsden, Alabama. Tons of rain out here tonight. Back over to Douglas County, Missouri, we do have another update on our scan. It still looks like we have robust rotation right here. 3453. So, yeah, very strong rotation coming right up towards Grenada. Everybody in Grenada needs to be taking shelter. Same thing for Zinda up there towards the southern Missouri off-road ranch up towards Mansfield. This is coming right for you. Not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. The debris signature doesn't look as deep, but it's still there. So that's, once again, that's coming up towards Grenada. Somebody out here says, we got very heavy rain. It slowed down to 40 miles per hour on US 60 with cars pulled over. Yeah, some of the heaviest rain right now is probably coming up towards Cedar Gap. But yeah, we just got a bunch of tornado warnings out here now. Here's what it looks like out there in Lebanon. Lots of heavy rain, lots of lightning. The worst of the storm is going past Lebanon now, though. Waynesville, you guys are next in line. So watch your southwestern skies. That's where it's going to be coming from. And then this is going to be coming right up towards Mansfield. So hopefully everybody out there in Missouri is prepared and taking shelter. And I think we'll be just fine. But at some point, this is going to be over. I said this about an hour ago. I think we're about done with the tornado warnings out here in Missouri. I'm saying it again. One of these times when I say it, I'm going to be right.
Stratford Engine 83 en route to the house fire at 8125 East River Valley Lane. 8125 East River Valley Lane.
No scare, only prepare, go downstairs.
Highway E Edward for
By the way, this is what it looked like out there in Fordland, Missouri just a few moments ago. That's a scary looking cloud if I've ever seen one. Dude, look at the mammatus today. They're so robust. Drone pic of the storms in Webb County, Missouri earlier. Flooding in and out the wazoo here. Golly, what's this? This is in West Plains. Man, West Plains is... I feel like it's always flooding in West Plains. PDS double rainbow out there in Madison County, Arkansas. Big time lightning strike. Big time lightning strike in Greene County, Missouri. I feel like I've seen this video 8 times, but it's wonderful every time. Having fun with it. All the rain out there in Alabama. This is in Butte County, South Dakota. Just crazy lightning and thunder in Dallas County, Missouri. RyanHallYall.com/submit. If you want to share stuff like that with me right now, you can. Bismarck, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Somebody said, woo, locked in. You guys should be locked in. Definitely going to have some strong winds. Maybe 70-mile-per-hour winds coming into Bismarck here soon. Somebody says there's a big shelf cloud coming towards my house. I just submitted a photo of it. Yeah, we should get some incredible shelf clouds sent in. Oh, my goodness. There it is. Sheila. You could sit a book right on that shelf. You know what I'm saying, Cody? Thank you for sending that in. Grant County, North Dakota. Whoa. It's about to get a little wild out there in Morton County, North Dakota. You're telling me. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to share that one. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of what we see today in North Dakota. Hopefully the chasers get there in time to be able to see this. But, yeah, there's just a lot of great opportunities for shelf clouds today with this big line of storms that's coming through. So once again, that's what's going on out here in North Dakota. Storm chasers are getting closer to it, so we'll be able to see it here in just a moment. We're going to go back down to Missouri. Once again, we had a tornado on the ground for a while here. It does look like it's lifted now, so that's good news. But Mansfield should stay sheltered, especially my viewer right here that's right in front of that rotation. You should stay sheltered at least for 12 minutes. That tornado was likely on the ground for 15 minutes or more, and we tracked it every frame there, and now it's gone. Hopefully it doesn't come back, but it definitely could. This other tornado warning up here for Camden, Dallas, and the Cleed counties, there's not as much rotation to kind of hone in on here, but we're staying sheltered for 26 more minutes just in case. Waynesville, I see everybody in Waynesville's over here checking in. Do I need to wake my babies up and go to the basement? Unfortunately, yeah, that's protocol here with a tornado warning. This thing that's coming towards you, it doesn't look like it's even close to producing a tornado right now, but it's produced a bunch of tornadoes today, so we've got to be careful, right? Waynesville, woo, tornado warning. Let's see it. Well, you're definitely not going to be able to see it. This is what it looks like out there. You're not going to see anything tonight. But you might feel it, so you definitely need to be indoors and away from windows. And this is what it looks like out there in Perkins County, South Dakota. Look at this.
It really pisses me off that there has to be that line of power lines.
What did the power lines do to you, Brandon?
Ruins the whole view.
Brandon Montgomery hates power lines. So that's what it looks like out there in South Dakota on that storm. Brandon Kopic's getting closer to the big shelf cloud out there in Bottineau County, North Dakota.
See, the NAM's got that little boundary.
Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so I'm actually watching the storm near Diggins, Missouri. This is actually just inside of the observed tornado warning in Missouri. However, it's actually about to exit the polygon kind of to the north of that polygon. We might be having a new tornado warning issued for that pretty soon.
Yeah, that's a good call out. Thank you, Elijah. There's a whole separate area of rotation here that needs to be looked at here. It's the one that just went through Fordland, and it's now going past Diggins to the north and east. So we're going to go ahead and issue another yawl watch on this. We'll do a low confidence
tornado warning.
Tornado yawl watch on that. And basically this includes New Grove and Odin, which are already under 2 tornado warnings, but for completely different stuff than what we're talking about here. This area of rotation probably needs a new polygon for it. And that's just going to lead to a huge mess over here. We got another big polygon issued to the south of that for a very small area of rotation down here between Arden and Bryant. So hopefully this isn't confusing, but basically if you're in Hartville, you could potentially be under 3 different tornado warnings here soon. That just means you should take shelter and nothing else really. Like you don't need to take shelter 3 times as hard or anything like that. It's just that, you know, there's a lot of opportunities for some spinning air to go over you. So take shelter out there in Hartville, Mansfield, Norwood, or Mountain Grove out here in Missouri. Dangerous storm. The area of rotation that I'm probably most concerned about, though, is probably the one that Elijah just called out up here near New Grove. So y'all watch out. I am going to do a quick overpass on the y'all watch there just to see what kind of stuff is specifically in the path. We got the Wells Airport out here. We do have the Bright Prairie School. We can't forget about the Liberty School and the Lawrence Brixie Dam. All these places are literally right in front of the rotating part of the storm there. So if you're anywhere near these locations, you got to be getting to shelter very quickly. Brandon Montgomery's got a beautiful view of the storms in South Dakota.
All right, let's see.
No power lines. Actually, yeah, I bet it. Yeah, there are some power lines right here. And then you can really start to see the shelf cloud out here in Bottineau County, North Dakota, from Freddie McKinney's point of view. Look at this.
Has been issued.
There's still like multiple tornado warning storms east of Springfield, Missouri.
Dang. And we did get another tornado warning. Pretty much, you know, this is what we all watched right here. So that's what that's for. Webster and Wright counties, you guys have got to be in your safe spots as you are now under a tornado warning for 51 more minutes. Man, this is just some polygon. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a word for this. There's just a lot of really confusing polygons right here. You have, to make things simpler, you have essentially 3 areas of rotation, maybe 4. You've got one big one up here near Lebanon that's not a tornado concern. You've got a littler one down here near Conway that we're watching. You've got the more robust one here near Seymour and Diggins moving towards Hartville. And then you've got another kind of disconnected area of rotation down here near Mansfield. A polygon party. It ain't no party. There ain't no party like a polygon party. And after the party is the after party at the Polygon Party. You heard it here first. But to simplify things, once again, Lebanon, Waynesville, Hartville, Norwood, you guys all need to be taking shelter.
Warning that's extended to Rogersville. The sirens should be going off now.
We still do have an observed tag on this tornado warning, but it's going to expire in 4 minutes. That's getting replaced by this radar indicated tornado warning. This big shelf cloud over here, though, is starting to look pretty plumb wild. Golly, son. This is that giant line of storms that's forming out there in North Dakota that's trying to turn into a derecho right now.
What is it? Maybe it's just the window. It is the dust or something. I know what this clear right here. Yeah. That's something. It's not Chad. What is it? Oh. It's the monitor. Yeah, makes sense.
Irish, thanks for being a moderate risker.
The shot, we have such a nice shot here.
Polygon presidency? No, it's the Polygon Party. That's what it's got to be. What is that song? The Polygon Party. The lyrics are parking lot party. Yeah. My daughter is sheltering under the graffiti tunnel. What? That doesn't sound great. What? I don't know what the graffiti tunnel is, but I don't think that sounds great. Just to be honest with you. The good news is that the tornado threat does look like it's going down a little bit. Somebody says, I'm scared, not prepared. Well, turn that frown upside down. And let's get prepared, son. Honestly, I'm not... I hate to be the guy that's like, oh, well, this doesn't seem too bad. But like I am, that's kind of the way I'm feeling about this right now. This warning doesn't seem like it needs to be here. Now, this one to the south does. Okay, this one definitely does. We need to be sheltered in Norwood and Hartville. But hopefully we'll see this one be allowed to expire here soon for Waynesville. Everybody in Waynesville is tuning in, though. So you guys definitely, you're being weather aware. You're doing the right thing by being in your safe spot, okay? But hopefully they'll allow this thing to expire here soon. Big time storm out here near Sidney, Nebraska. Absolutely tearing stuff up near Dalton. And then Miles City's got a pretty decent storm out there near it too. This is what it looks like out there in Miles City right now. Pretty rainy. But the main event is this big line of storms heading down towards the area between Minot and Garrison up here in North Dakota. Big time, 80-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards Garrison right now. That's Highway 83. Is Brandon going to be able to make it down there to the stronger part of the storm? That's the question.
Canada is beautiful.
Before the line overtakes him.
Great to see you in here, and you're not wrong. Canada is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the stacks in this shelf cloud. Okay, this has gone from a very mediocre shelf cloud to it's kind of pretty. One of the best I think we've seen all year. Down south too, it's got almost like a super cellular shape to it. It's got that bow. I know it's not super cell, but see, it's kind of got another shape to it.
Polygon Pandemonium. That one's not bad.
Wait, they just tornado warned to the south. Let's go. Or is that just severe warning? Oh wait, no, it's just PD.
Yeah, so this right here is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Garrison and areas south of Minot. Copic's getting closer and closer.
Alright guys, we are so intercepting the PDS warning of this.
I think Copic is going to make it, by the way. He's going to make it into the destructive severe part of this cell. So you can see right here, this is where the really powerful winds are, okay? This is where we have, I mean, probably widespread hurricane force winds, maybe even approaching category 2 hurricane force winds, okay? The warning is officially for 80-mile-per-hour winds, but we could see winds higher than that. Look at that, 101 on the radar there. That's up, above the surface a little bit. But this is the part of the storm that Brandon's trying to get to. All this stuff over here to the west of him is definitely something, but it's not that. Okay, so Brandon's trying to get down there and literally intercept a North Dakota hurricane. Bismarck, you guys have got some strong winds coming towards you. It doesn't look like it's as strong as what we've got, up there coming up towards Garrison, but this is going to be a strong storm. You've got a big shelf cloud coming into your west. Get ready for some very strong winds, potentially up to 70 mile per hour as they come in.
Just kidding, you guys about to pull it up.
Chad, we actually got you guys some nice structure here. I'm surprised that it's actually in North Dakota, but the best storm that we've been able to catch is all the way down here. Glad that we crossed the border. You can tell it's closing over. It's pretty quick now.
Yeah, it's getting bigger.
If we could get around this edge, we might be able to get further south. We got this little sliver here.
Yeah, there's like a little gap.
To Denver, 9-10.
Now, this is a shelf cloud.
Wow, it's really getting close. Look at the layers in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's so freaking cool, man. The Dakotas know how to put on some great shelf.
The question is it worth driving down there just to come right back up? That's the thing. If we didn't have to come right back up here, I would do it in a heartbeat, but it's like...
Put a book on it, son.
Literally have to make a 13-hour drive and the next day. And it's like, that's back-to-back nights of 2 to 3 hours of sleep. It's like, and then, Wednesday's going to be a decent little drive, too. Overnight to Wisconsin or Minnesota. So it's a matter of what exactly what's going to be possible here.
Yeah, and then it's hard to say what happens. You know, after Wednesday, there still might be some more chases I'm going to go after. So it's.
So that's the big old shelf coming into the area north of Minot. Remember, Kopic is trying to get south of Minot to get into the more destructive wind portion of the storm. There's also a little bit of a rotation signature here too, but there's a lot of contamination in there just because of how much movement there is in the atmosphere. But Garrison and Max and places like that, you guys need to be watching out here as the storm comes through. Let's see if there's anything going on in this polygon here. As far as like outdoor events or, you know, what do we got? What do we got in the path of these 80-mile-per-hour winds? Let's dig a little deep.
At my location on CC, the actually has increased, and the stream is extremely powerful and a lot of debris coming through, so it's gotten worse over here.
Man, it's checking hard. But yeah, this right here is the part of the storm that has the most wind with it right now. It's coming across White Shield up towards Garrison. I would be taking shelter as if there was a tornado down here right now. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So this is actually a news thing that kind of is a little surprising. The tornado that occurred near Battlefield, Missouri, near Springfield, Missouri, actually has already been rated by the National Weather Service as an EF0. That's one of the fastest tornado ratings I think I've ever seen. They rated that within 3 hours.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elijah. That is incredibly interesting. So we've had EF0 out here. Look at all this dust getting kicked up right in front of Freddy. And also notice how fast this is moving. This looked like it was miles away from them just moments ago.
Yeah.
Now it's barreling down right on them.
Can't even tell. Oh, never mind. I can see it.
Yeah,
it's wrapping.
got some motion in it.
Oh, wow. This is a spin-up tornado, potentially. Look, you can see right here the rotation right there.
Yeah, we might have to shoot north.
This is actually maybe potentially a QLCS tornado happening in front of Freddy here.
Whoa. I really want to go after the PDS, though. Oh, the PDS is ripping to the south, dude.
I doubt we'll see any, like a big, you know, condensed tornado or anything like that, but very interesting.
We got that PDS.
Gosh, man, this thing is, I don't know if Freddy will be able to get out in front of it. This thing is going fast.
Oh, yeah.
That one's close. That one's really close.
So we can see this thing, but yeah, it's about to get windy, boys.
It's like,
is that thing spinning there pretty hard?
No, yeah, it definitely is. I saw the rotation in the cloud base there.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of these little QLCS tornadoes that are popping up on the front of this line here.
Oh, here comes the dust. It's coming in.
It must definitely be intensifying up
now
there.
it's gonna go away.
By us.
They're gonna get absolutely hit by one.
Oh, like, just look above it. Like, right
Golly.
It's intensifying up here.
Oh, Scoob. With a super chat saying, told you it was Nader time. Lol. Thanks, Scoob.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, River, thanks for becoming a slight risker.
Scoob.
That's very similar.
Apparently.
The shot right here is nuts. Straight down the road. We got some really strong wind here.
Such a valid point.
Really strong wind here.
This is a beautiful view.
Yeah, they're going to get overtaken by some really strong winds here. I don't think that they'll get hit by the rain necessarily very quickly, but yeah, they're definitely going to get overtaken by the storm before they get down into the the big part of it. Kopic's going to get a little bit closer, but he's also he's racing the clock here. Again, these guys are trying to get down here closer to Garrison to kind of sample what's going on with this down here, where we could be talking about the much more intense wind. Look at that. A 90-mile-per-hour wind gust was recorded down here. 90-mile-per-hour wind. That's Category 2 hurricane. That's close to Category 2 hurricane strength. That's just a gust, right? I don't know if we have a sustained, 90-mile-per-hour winds, but definitely a concerning situation for our friends in Garrison and Cole Harbor. Brandon's driving right down into the 90-mile-per-hour winds, son. So is Corey, by the way.
Got a big lowering over there, too.
Which way? Where am I missing it?
Southwest, like a 2 o'clock.
Oh, I see that. Interesting.
So that's what's going on with the storm down here. We still do have a tornado warning in Missouri. This is going to go on for the next 19 minutes in Webster and Wright counties. You guys need to be taking shelter down here in Ava. But the rotation is thankfully letting up a little bit. I would be surprised if we saw another tornado warning down here. I've been surprised before, though, so don't let your guard down. Stay sheltered until those warnings are allowed to expire. And then our strongest storm on the whole board right now is coming into Garrison. Okay. And we also have a strong storm in Bismarck right now. We're coming into Bismarck right now from the west. Okay. So Bismarck, North Dakota, you guys definitely need to be taking shelter or getting indoors and away from windows at the very least. We've got a viewer here in Bismarck that's sharing their live feed with us. Viewer, if you can turn your phone sideways, horizontal, we can see a little bit better. Thank you so much. This is what it looks like out there in North Dakota, in Bismarck, with that big shelf cloud coming in right now. So this is somebody that's watching our stream in Bismarck currently, showing us the shelf cloud as it comes in. Somebody's got to remind me to fix this bug where it stretches everything out like this. But this is great visual. Thank you for sending this in. And hopefully you got some shelter to get to here, as you got at least 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in to Bismarck here just within the next little bit.
Moving northeast. We just updated the warning and took it just to Green County.
So Bismarck, batten down the hatches. I'm in an RV park. It looks like it could split over us. I don't think it's going to split over you. I don't think that you're going to get the worst of the winds, but you're definitely going to get strong enough winds that it's going to cause some problems in Bismarck, okay? Definitely. We've just got one tornado warning left down here, by the way, in Missouri. That's Douglas and Wright County. 17 more minutes, okay? All eyes are on Minot and areas south of Minot right now with those 90-mile-per-hour winds coming up towards Max and Benedict. Closest chaser right now is Brandon Kopic and Corey Gherkin. They're both right in front of this thing.
Going to the garage one. I'm like, oh, which one do I pick? And then he started flashing the garage one.
Bismarck is going to get hit good by this one.
I was like, oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to get hit good. You guys are right smack dab in the path.
I don't know, reserved for weather or something.
And we've got 85 and 90-mile-per-hour winds coming out left and right here.
Start yelling at me.
Not necessarily for the part going towards Bismarck, but just to the north.
We knew northeast. We just updated the warning and took it just took Greene County out of it. It just goes goes right to the county line, including Rogersville, Webster, and Christian counties in the warning zone.
Here's what it looks like out there in McKenzie County, North Dakota, underneath one of those shelf clouds. Heavy rain and wind out there. Thank you, Hannah, for sending that in. More flooding out there in West Plains, Missouri. Look at this. And then we've got big-time explosive storms out there in Butte County, South Dakota. Gah. That's nuts. You know what else is nuts? Storm Chaser IRL's view of the storm just a few moments ago. You can't see anything now. Yeah, I think Kopik and Gherkin are definitely going to make it. They're going to be able to get down there into the destructive part of the storm. We might see 90-mile-per-hour winds. I don't know if they're going to, you know, get cored by it or something, but like they're going to be right there in it. Okay, in Dickinson, North Dakota, the power is out in the city with multiple power lines down. The power is out in the city with multiple power lines down.
Just on the north side of mine, about 110.
And in Bismarck, you've got minutes. Minutes in Bismarck before the worst of the storm hits you. Somebody says there's a big shelf cloud that just went over. Here's another view of that tornadic storm earlier in Pettis County, Missouri. Look at that. Man, these were some sneaky storms today in Missouri. There's another incredible view from Yellowstone County, Montana. Are you kidding me? More flooding out there in North Dakota this time from M. And then there's that shelf cloud. This is it. This is Morton County, North Dakota. Sidney, Nebraska. Another shelf cloud. It's shelf cloud city out there today. We're going to see tons of these. This is in Bismarck. I've got another viewer in Bismarck sharing their live feed with me. That's it. That's the big nasty shelf cloud coming in. You can see the striations on it. You can see that there's some powerful 60 to 70 mile per hour winds right underneath that. So it should be coming in pretty quick. Once again, as soon as you start feeling the wind, make sure you get indoors and away from windows. It's going to be a nasty one in Bismarck. The strongest part of the storm, it looks like it's probably going to go north or south of town, but the strongest winds are actually right here in the middle. So that's going to be coming right into the Bismarck area. Yeah, and also the winds will start before the rain. So you'll get that big burst of wind before the rain even starts. So the radar is kind of, misleading, I guess. 80-mile-per-hour winds are on their way to Velva and areas south of Minot in North Dakota. And that's what Brandon Kopik and Corey Gherkin are currently trying to intercept right now. They are in Minot currently.
Guy in his car is so busy recording us right now, he almost reared into this truck.
See, I was too busy texting. Oh, God. After he gets back from being in the grass, he needs to check himself for ticks.
Dang.
Between leaving Nebraska and going up to Canada, Eli found like 9 or 10 of them on it. Just see that little stretch there. That's insane. Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Is he just like rolling around in the grass?
actually touched the grass. I had one, what is it called? The one that makes you sick of meat. And then, like, 8 just white-tailed. So, it was weird. The old Lone Star kick.
So this is right here is where Brandon Kopic and Corey Gherkin are. Again, the strongest winds are coming out of the southwest down here near Garrison. Still seeing potentially winds over 90 miles per hour down here, which is crazy. So, yeah, you guys need to be getting ready for that down here between Benedict, Rousseau, up there towards Velva. This is also coming towards you. Bismarck, the winds should be starting soon if they haven't started already. Somebody says I'm cooked. You're not. You're not cooked. I promise.
You can show Battalion A3 back in service.
Where you have the rotation and what direction is it headed?
Yeah, Freddie McKinney's just behind these guys, too.
A little vertical column. I'm going to call it Gus NATO, but
Hey, River, thank you so much.
there was not quite enough rotation above to say tornado. It was strong.
What about SRM? No.
They're going to drop the PDS warning right before we get a watch.
Not enough room for it.
It's 25 minutes. Anything I would extend it because there was southwest.
Yeah, some of the imagery from the big Bismarck shelf cloud looks pretty nuts. I remember if you got photos or videos you want to share with me, the best place to do that is ryanhallyall.com/submit. Only send stuff if you can do so safely. There's a little lowering from Williams County, North Dakota earlier. And one of our viewers in Bismarck is live with us again. It's getting closer. Oh my goodness, it's getting closer. But you can see very clearly there that shelf cloud is still very ominous, and it's coming in pretty quick, actually. And what you're seeing there is just the rain-cooled air coming out from underneath the storm. You got a lot of much colder air behind the storm running into very warm air, and then that kind of gets shoved up, and that's where you see that shelf cloud. And whenever there's a lot of motion there, you can see some really detailed, carved-out looking shelf clouds, and that's what we've got going on here. Dang. And look, the wind isn't even blowing very hard where they are right now, but it's about to hit like a wall of wind here in just a few moments. So hopefully, you get into a safe spot here, and you'll check back in with us after the storm goes by. But yeah, you're about to have a pretty loud storm go through Bismarck there. Severe thunderstorm warning for Minot. 70-mile-per-hour winds coming in. God. Going back over to Corey Gherkin's point of view, they are just about to make it to the strongest part of the storm, where we expect to see potentially 70 to 80, maybe even 90-mile-per-hour winds.
Dude, it just randomly formed, and now it's like weakening. It just kicked up all that black dust. It was rapidly rotating for like 30 seconds, and now it's slowly weakening. But it's like fully rotating dust column. It's still on the ground.
The lightning with this. And Brandon's view is very ominous looking. And yeah, there's a ton of little QLCS like spin up tornadoes popping out in front of this thing too. There's a couple other chasers that have like little dust spin ups in front of them, like Ryan did earlier, or well, like Freddie did earlier. You're going to see that probably even in Bismarck. And that will add insult to injury. There will be additional damage as a result of that. So that's another reason to be indoors and away from windows. It sounds like Freddie is going to go inside the beast. I don't know. What do you guys, would you guys go inside of that thing? Oh my gosh, dude. It really is like a daggone hurricane. Look at this. We're starting to see the big, the whole circulation. You see how you're starting to see kind of like a little meso-low forming right here. You see that? That right there is an indication that more than likely right in here, we've got some crazy winds. Crazy winds right in here. Wait. I need blue arrows. Oh my goodness, look at this. 110 miles per hour on velocity. I don't know if Freddie should go in there or not. Brandon's close to it. So this is where Brandon is right now. The front of the storm, where the big nasty shelf cloud that we're seeing, is actually really not even that, like, it's not that big of a deal. The real power is way back in here, where we're seeing the strongest winds. And we got an official 93 mile per hour report. 93 mile per hour wind gust was recorded near Garrison. This is like legit hurricane level stuff. That's category 2 hurricane happening in North Dakota right now. And you know, these very strong winds are going to be moving right into the town of Max and Benedict, and then up there towards Velva and Minot. Yeah, the strongest gust I've seen so far is that 93 mile per hour winds. But on radar, we do see a couple places that could be higher than that. Corey Gherkin's very close to where some of those strong winds are, and so is Kopic. So let's go back down to him. Golly, look at that.
You can see it, like the thing is all kinked up.
Yeah, what was that? Was that lightning or a power flash?
Oh, I mean, if there's anything in there that's hooked up to power, it's definitely flashing. Dude, this looks like a disaster movie right now. Look at that. That's something you'd see on that movie 2012. this is crazy.
From the Minot City Lights. Gonna stop here and look. I know we're gonna just bomb, I think, southeast and try to hit it over there.
Or yeah, the day after tomorrow. Look how fast it's moving too. They're gonna, there's no way they're staying out in front of this. And the wind's blowing towards it. Dude, this is crazy.
This has got to be the notch, like right here.
So if you're just now tuning in, this is that destructive severe thunderstorm that's moving through Ward County, North Dakota right now.
The smallest Best Buy I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
So right here where Brandon is and where Corey is, this is where we expect we could actually see a little bit of a tornadic circulation as well. You see we've got the WEATHERWISE tornado ID there. You got a little bit of a hook. So they're not just looking for the
it's almost on top of us.
The winds. There's also a slight chance of a tornado coming down right here on top of them.
Not seeing nothing, but man, it's windy.
I'm prepared to flip around and I don't know if we're going to get north or south and east, but watch out your passenger side too. It might be to our east or west.
Yeah, they're kind of in a pretty dangerous spot here. Literally, the rotating part of the storm that could be producing a tornado would be right on top of them. This is where both Corey and Brandon are right here. And there's a couple different areas where we could have a spin up tornado too. And once again, there's actually quite a few. So that's another thing that we've got to be concerned about, even down here in Bismarck, which, by the way, Bismarck, you guys are getting hit right now by some of the strongest winds. So batten down the hatches out there. And it'll be over before you know it, but there's definitely going to be at least some isolated damage in Bismarck. The good news is for Bismarck, I guess, is that the strongest winds are a little bit off to your north, but you're still going to get a very strong storm right there in Bismarck. Gosh, man, look at this. Still over 100-mile-per-hour winds on radar here. I don't know if all this is translating down to the surface, but most of it is, because we do have 93-mile-per-hour official wind gust reports coming in from Highway 37 south of Ryder out there. That's going to go right up towards Minot, Surrey, Velva, and surrounding areas. And that's why we've got this 90-mile-per-hour destructive, extremely dangerous severe thunderstorm warning for Ward County in North Dakota. It doesn't get much more dangerous than this. So it'll be interesting to see what Brandon and Corey decide to do from here. Because they're about to get overtaken by some very strong winds if they don't try to stay out in front of it, or maybe they're just going to keep going south and just dive right into it.
There's a big dusty bowl underneath it, and there's a bowl up above it.
I don't know why the Copic's audio is so low on my end. If you're just now tuning in, we've got a derecho forming right now. It's hitting Bismarck, and it's also hitting just to the north of there. And we think that there's actually potentially a tornado trying to form right inside of this thing too, and it's happening right on top of our storm chaser here.
QLCS tornado about to cross right in front of us here on 83.
Yeah, I think we're about to see a QLCS tornado cross right in front of Brandon here. And remember, it's not just Brandon. We've also got Corey Gherkin out there as well. Oh, Gherkin's got a great view of it. Is that it right there?
It's awesome. Better get a long exposure shot of it.
Yeah, something's going on right here.
The vortices in it.
So that's the tornado that we call it a QLCS tornado. That's the that's spin up tornado that's happening on the front side of the line of the storm. We talk about this often whenever we have lines of storms. Most of the time we don't have a visual of it, but what we do have is, you know, like a slight debris signature or something on radar. This is what's happening because there's so much dust out here. We can actually see the whole thing.
Right here, Corey.
If you're just now tuning in, this is a live look at a QLCS tornado happening on the front side of our strong storm producing 90-mile-per-hour winds out here near Max in Ward County, North Dakota.
Yeah, that thing is weak, but it's definitely there. I see the lowering at the edge of the cloud base over here.
What a creepy view. QLCS stands for quasi-linear convective system. Which is just a fancy way of saying a line of storms. So normally tornadoes happen with supercells and not so much with lines of storms, but you can get the embedded QLCS tornadoes like this. A lot of times they're not very strong, which is likely what we're dealing with right here. All right, I'm going to check in with Kopic. Now, Kopic and Gherkin are kind of in the same area. It's just Gherkin's using like the night vision camera or whatever. But it looks like they're both going east here. So they're gonna try to stay out in front of the line for the most part. Freddie McKinney's going down Highway 52 towards Velva. All of them are going to be in front of this big pocket of the strongest winds here that are currently going through Max right now. We got an 86-mile-per-hour wind gust report from the town of Max. If you're just now tuning in, I believe what we're looking at here is potentially a QLCS spin-up, a very weak one. You can see a lot of dust getting sucked up into the storm. This is on the front side of that destructive severe thunderstorm that's producing 80 to 90 mile per hour winds out there near Max, North Dakota. We've had a bunch of different little hook echoes and indications that we have spin-up tornadoes going on, and this is our best visual proof of that as well. So that's just going to add insult to injury with the damage that's going to happen with this. We got storms moving through Bismarck right now, and in this area as well. It's just going to keep plowing to the east with up to 100-mile-per-hour winds tonight. So make sure you're ready for that.
Maybe a slight nipple, but nothing definitive.
See anything at all right now, but I want to try and get out ahead of this here. The wind inside of this thing's wild too, but to try and get out ahead of this. Yeah, I'm about to get smoked by precip.
I'm not seeing anything promising up there. Still got the big ground circulation, but I'm not seeing anything funnel-wise.
Yeah, I don't see anything at the cloud base or anything, right? Well, wait, what's this directly in front of us? Do we have a funnel right in front of us? Literally almost over top this road.
Are you coming back west?
No, I'm going east.
Alright, I got confused there.
Okay, can't see a whole lot of what's going on there. But Brandon's right here. So if there was a funnel, it would be right in front of him. That little hook right there is exactly what you'd be looking for if you're looking for a tornado here. Freddie McKinney honestly might be able to see that. So if you look down into the dark, scary area, that's where Brandon Kopic is right now. And we can see that from Freddie McKinney's point of view.
Okay, so the QLCS should be like right here. See anything around?
I'm looking to my right.
Around like 1 o'clock where it just gets dark. There's just darkness.
Look at that wall of dash.
Yeah. If anything, I would think it might be there.
In front of me right now. That's it.
This looks freaking.
That is so scary right in front of us.
Whoa! That is so freaking cool. You gotta be kidding me. Here we go.
The difference in the light.
This is about to be insane. Get ready.
Go.
It's about to hit right here. It's gonna get intense. I wonder if that's all dust.
That's gotta be all dust. It's like you can still see the sunlight and
roughly seeing what we were seeing, so it should be.
Yeah, it's all dust. See it clear to the right?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're getting enveloped by it.
Bit of a lowering, but I'm losing it in the rain.
Really strong wind here. Yep, getting enveloped right now by the dust cloud. I didn't see a QLCS tornado, but it's 70, 80 on our wind here right now.
So Freddie McKinney's going to go right into it here.
This is really strong.
It didn't look like anything was still down or anything.
Wow. You can barely see. This is all dust.
Awesome.
Chat, it just went to pitch dark in here.
So I am, we'll keep listening in to Freddie there. I'll put him on the sidebar. I want to show you the radar too. Now, what Freddie's driving into is the rear flank downdraft behind a potential tornado here near 107th Avenue south of Logan. He's driving towards Sawyer. Brandon Kopic is inside of that rear flank downdraft where the rain and wind is starting to come down. And so is Corey Gherkin, I believe. He's just a little bit farther back.
Wow, they're going to be recaked.
So we are going to see lots of wind and a potential tornado here soon, and you know, Freddie's right on the tornado side.
Classified.
So if there's going to be a QLCS tornado, it would cross the road right here where Freddie is right now.
You can't see the leading edge anymore.
No,
It's completely enveloped.
just darkness.
It might get even more intense once you get back into the actual precipitation because we're still ahead of where the precip is. Yep, it's getting even more intense in here. This is just the beginning. It is.
For 80-mile-per-hour wind.
Just extended this warning for 80-mile-an-hour wind. Everybody's phone's probably going off now.
So this is Freddie McKinney's point of view. Once again, with the destructive severe thunderstorm, he's right on the edge of it there. A little bit deeper inside of it, we've got Corey Gherkin, who's still not getting the worst of the winds yet. If I show you the velocities, most of that's going to be back here, south of Highway 23. This big pocket of very strong winds is moving over towards Velva, and that's where Freddie's going right now. So Freddie's going to be the closest one to the damaging winds and the tornado.
Expect that to do.
Is that a semi?
Right in front of us?
Yeah. That's not good.
There's two of them.
Yeah, probably want to follow
I
that.
just saw that huge dust column going straight up into it. I'm like, oh no, here it is. It's the only area too.
Got two semis up here coming up on them. Hopefully they end up staying upright.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous because whenever the big wind gusts do come through, it's going to be like kind of out of nowhere. And you definitely don't want to be near a semi whenever that hits.
Poor lighting, but there.
That one will be fine.
Yeah, they're upright. I'm just worried about them.
That last one will be fine because it's just a
Yeah,
flat
that one will be okay. This one up here, it's got
That's a full trailer.
Yeah.
Tag the weather service, Corey. I tagged him.
This one right here, the cattle.
All right, let's go back to Corey Gurk and see what they're seeing. All right, give me just a second. I've got to push a button real quick. Once again, we've got a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for about 60,000 people out here around Minot. You guys all need to be taking shelter. This is a very dangerous storm. Here's what it means to be under a destructive severe. All severe thunderstorms are equal, and that is why the National Weather Service now tags them by damage threat. A base severe thunderstorm warning means winds of at least 58 miles per hour or quarter-size hail. A considerable tag steps it up. 70-mile-per-hour winds or golf ball hail capable of real damage, but the highest level is destructive. A destructive severe thunderstorm warning means winds of 80 miles per hour or more or baseball-size hail. These storms can snap trees, tear off roofs, and cause damage that rivals a tornado. Only about 10% of severe storms reach this level each year. And here is the key. A destructive warning triggers a wireless emergency alert on your phone, just like a tornado warning. If you get that alert, treat it like one. Get inside, away from windows, to the lowest, most interior room you can find. Stay safe. So that message is for you if you're out there anywhere around Minot or the surrounded areas.
Any moment, it's gonna be game over.
No, it's pretty light right now.
Hey, we actually can see again.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed.
This road like jogs back and forth, so I'm like, please don't make.
I'm trying to come to that town.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe like a little tiny, QLC spin up there. That's picking up big ground circulation. I guess are we all on the board for today then? I guess it took us all going back to the States, but yeah.
Well, we did not see any QLCS tornadoes, so that would be a negative for us.
Yeah, I got a video of a nice tall dust plume spinning pretty good. Connor, I think that one was a very weak tornado.
So this is going to continue to move off to the north and east, and it looks like Copic's kind of in the middle of some of the heavier rain now. None of these guys are close to where the strongest winds are. I don't know if they're going to sit there and let it come to them or what.
Yeah, we just passed through the town of Sawyer here, and we're just following these semi-trucks. It actually got a lot less intense.
Hey, it's Chelsea says, are Pop-Tarts technically raviolis? Yes. Yeah.
We're not getting out ahead of this thing right now. We're going to get smoked here in a second. We're packing some wind.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait a second. This is freaking wild.
Wow, look at the comet head that's developing with this thing, too.
Andy's on vacation. Yeah, Andy's not here. Give me just a second. I've got a little technical difficulty here that I'm also trying to work on, but we're good. We're just gonna watch Kopic and these guys intercept, and then we'll get back into the normal stuff. Once again, I don't know what these guys' plans are, but the strongest winds are gonna be way back in here.
Kind of a similar process here where you had this extreme wind develop on the south side. You had this crazy like meso-low. On the south side of the meso-low, you get the winds basically taking...
Charles says, Ryan, not to interrupt, but could you explain to my daughter why to not be scared of tornadoes, but to rather be prepared?
So I don't know if we're going to get something like that develop. Let's hope not.
Here's why we say that. If you're scared of the tornado,
that calm ahead,
you're not going to make good decisions. All right, you're much more likely to freak out, be paralyzed in a situation where you've got to make decisions, and if you're freaking out, it's just never a good thing. But if you're prepared, if you know what's coming, if you understand what's coming, and if you know what to do in a worst case scenario, you're just going to execute your plan, and your odds of survival or your odds of making it out unscathed increase exponentially. Most people who end up hurt or severely most of the terrible stories that you hear about people who get hit by tornadoes and stuff like that, most of those stories start with the person being unprepared or not expecting what was coming. So we say don't be scared, be prepared.
Talking to Chad about that, we might get a little bit of enhanced winds on the backside of this.
Oh, like the stage jet last year?
Yeah.
And yeah, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch out here for another 38 minutes. I'd say that they will expand that out to the east a little bit over there towards Rugby and Devil's Lake. And I've got one more thing I've got to do here on my computer to get everything fixed, okay? And I promise this will be the last one of these that I roll. Give me just 1 second here. Ever seen a severe thunderstorm watch pop up on your phone? Here's what that actually means. A severe thunderstorm watch is issued by the Storm Prediction Center when conditions are favorable for dangerous thunderstorms to develop. It does not mean a severe storm is happening yet. It means the atmosphere is primed and severe storms are possible. Here's the key difference. A watch means be ready. Conditions are favorable. A warning means take action. A severe storm has been detected on radar. So what should you do during a severe thunderstorm watch? Stay weather aware and know where warnings are being issued. Identify a safe location indoors away from windows. Charge your devices with weather alerts turned on. Secure outdoor furniture and loose objects, and have a plan if you lose power. Here's what these storms can produce. Damaging gusts of 58 miles per hour or greater. Hail 1 inch or larger. Dangerous lightning and possible flash flooding. Remember, a watch means be prepared. A warning means take action. All right, we should be ready to go. Once again, we've got that destructive severe thunderstorm warning for McHenry, McLean, and Ward counties out here in North Dakota for 52 more minutes. Corey Gherkin out there is in the middle of it. Brandon Kopic is in the middle of it as well. And so is Freddie McKinney. This is what it looks like out there in the middle of this storm. Now, once again, they're not in the windiest part of it, but they are in a significant part of the storm that might have a little bit of a tornadic threat with it as well.
Radar is not on the stream. Joe in the chat saying Eli, radar's not on the stream. Right?
Radar's not on the screen. Charlie probably took it off for now. Looks like the power could be on the east side of town here. I don't see any lights on.
I know.
These street lights.
I mean, other than...
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just the street lights that are out. pretty dark.
It got dark quick. Lost like all of summer.
Somebody said it looks like there's some tight rotation near Kipling. What? Where's that? In Canada? I have no idea where Kipling is. I can't, when I search it, it doesn't even pop up. However, yeah, you guys are under a tornado watch, by the way. Okay, here's Kipling. I see it. Probably not so much back there. There's some very strong winds that are coming through, that's for sure, but the tornado threat's not going to be super high back there. Most of the tornadic activity more than likely is going to come from the front of this big Boeing segment, which is pretty much the same thing that's happening down here where our storm chasers are, between Bismarck and Minot. Kind of like two big bow segments right now. This is the Canadian side, and this is the American side. And here's the combined view of that with the MRMS radar. The Canadian side is actually pretty robust. So up here in Kanapawapka, you guys are about to get hit pretty hard by some very strong winds. Did I say it right? Kanapawakpa. Kanapawapka. You know what? It counts.
Tomorrow, Bismarck. The wind is stronger up here, not so much down there.
Woo. Getting pretty intense. Look at the, oh my gosh, look at the wind up in the lights here. You can see it really well.
Yeah, you can. Look at those look at that sheets of rain. They're different. They're getting ready to get hit by a much stronger pocket of wind right here.
And Eli needs an energy drink, lol. Why do I need an energy drink? I've been yawning, I guess. That makes more sense.
Where's the road, dude? Where did it go?
We're on the side.
There's like 2 lanes. It was weird.
Man, I need this roof camera. Like, if it wasn't grainy, dude, I had like epic video with the roof camera, but it has to make it grainy to blow out the lights.
Oh, I know. Freddie, where'd you guys end up stopping for gas at this scene?
Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, so as we get really close to the KMVX radar, we can actually start to see some of those kind of gustnados or QLCS tornadoes kind of start to spin up there. If you look just to the northwest of Granville, actually just to the south of the radar, you can actually see one that's pretty good, kind of well defined, and it has a nice hook on it actually. So if we actually were to ever get a QLCS tornado warning, kind of for this like derecho line here, that would probably be one of the closest ones I could see to maybe getting to that threshold of a tornado warning. I don't know if it will.
Have any rooms available?
Okay, thank you very much, Elijah. Y'all, we got a lot going on out there tonight. Once again, we've got a bunch of our storm chasers out there showing us some of the incredibly dangerous conditions that are happening as a result of this big line. Bismarck just got hit pretty hard there by some stronger winds as well. And now everything's moving off to the east. And we've got a ton of areas of spin right here where, I'm surprised we don't have, more tornado warnings. But I think what they're going to do is just put these blanket considerable tornado possible severe thunderstorm warnings out there. And that's probably going to be pretty consistent with what we need. The storms are about to exit the severe thunderstorm watch, but I don't think that the storms will end there. But they probably won't be as strong as they go farther east towards Grand Forks and Fargo. They are coming towards you, but I just don't think that they're going to be as intense by the time they get there. Most of the stuff out here in Missouri is pretty much calmed down. So we're good to go there. So at this point, we're just watching the storm chasers get hit by this big line of winds, and we're seeing what it's looking like.
The question is do we want to break out ahead of it? Probably not, because
then we just have to end it.
Does it have us going this way? Now I'm confused. I thought it was routing us back.
Whatever.
Which way is it routing us?
Oh yeah. Technically, we don't need a car wash anymore.
Nah, I'm gonna go back. What is it trying to do?
All this rain.
Just being stupid.
Oh, it was making you do a U-E.
Yeah.
I saw it when it came in on the map.
Something really stupid here.
Whoa.
I think we're gonna start making our way down to Bismarck now.
Somebody up here near Rugby says, I'm getting ready for the wind. The trampoline is tied down.
I was wondering if tomorrow,
It looks like we've got some damage out here in Minot. I see a traffic cone flipped over right here.
It's gonna be difficult to do.
Might actually be something more significant right there. I'm not sure what we're looking at there.
Tuesday, and then Wednesday's in freaking like western Wisconsin. Then if I wanted to come get all my stuff, I'd have to like virtually make it home and then drive back to Omaha.
Oh, by the way, this, we're live tonight. We were live yesterday. To be honest with you, last night and tonight both barely met the threshold of like going live. Don't get me wrong. We've got some big storms. But what I'm trying to say is like neither of these have been like huge outbreaks or anything like that.
I don't know. I guess we'll.
I think our next chance at like a big outbreak is actually coming up in a couple of days. The day 3 outlook looks pretty nuts. So we will be. I do think we'll be live again on what is it, Tuesday or Wednesday?
We'll end up in like Wisconsin or something.
And we'll probably also be live Thursday as well. So look out for our video tomorrow about that. It's going to be pretty interesting. It's been such a quiet season, to be honest. Like after March, really after mid-April, things have been quite quiet. And I know I'm not supposed to say the Q word, but
wait, what did you say? Warm front up in Manitoba, Garrett?
Freddie is still on Highway 52 near Velva. Looks like the wind's picking up a little bit there, but these guys are still not near that strongest part of the wind.
Like another route back to Bismarck, be down there.
Wait, what did you say? Warm front up in Manitoba, Garrett?
Yep, that's back there on Tuesday.
Crap, if I head down to Bismarck, I gotta flip around. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I just pulled off. I'm trying to figure out, like, yeah. I think you're pretty close by. Whew.
That was a pretty crazy lightning strike.
I think you're, like, right in front of us.
Yeah, another thing I've got to figure out is the daggone stream lag. Yesterday it was a problem. Today I actually can detect the problem on my end a little bit, so.
He's behind me.
It's getting windy again. Oh my gosh, that wasn't the road.
I just saw that.
Using you guys to save me from the wind.
Why is it so...
I'm not sure if we want to go down to Bismarck.
Why is the wind picking up so much here?
If we were leaning towards not chasing tomorrow, then I would stay up here.
Let me look at mine eye here. Yeah. Okay, well, Chad, I'm pretty confident we're done with the chase tonight, so I think we might go ahead and wrap
Oh,
up.
come on, Freddie.
What we're going to do tonight, where we're going to stay, so. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream and sign off, but I just want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Calling it a night already. We just got started here. I've only been live for 3 hours and 40 minutes. It's going to be the shortest stream ever.
Obviously, thank you for all the super chats and memberships and everything like that. Mod Squad, huge shout out to you guys as always. Holding it down, holding the fort down in the chat. And yeah, it's just a fun day out here chasing. So we got to figure out our hotel situation here before they all get snatched up and then we're out.
Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. I mean, the storm's still out there. They're still very powerful. It's just this part specifically is not the part that these guys are in.
I wonder if there's a way to knock the grain out of this.
Here's the leading edge of that storm as it came into McLean County, North Dakota. Wow. Now that is crazy looking. Joe, thanks for sending that in. Here's a nice one from Jacob. How about you, Josh, out there in Ward County, North Dakota as well? Nice shot of the shelf cloud coming in. This is one of those handheld time lapses too. Wait, no, he's using a tripod. He's just moving it around, I believe. I was going to say, if this is a handheld, like this person needs an award. This is what it looked like out there in Burleigh County, North Dakota, right before the storm hit. There's a view from Burleigh County, North Dakota as well. Major shelf cloud. Major. Bismarck. How did we fare in Bismarck, by the way? I don't think we had too many damage reports. There was a corridor there with 80 to 90 mile per hour winds. Thankfully, that part didn't hit Bismarck, but I don't know if we what the top speed was in Bismarck. Dang. We got a lot of imagery of this shelf cloud, though. That's for sure. Thank you guys for sending that stuff in to ryanhallyall.com/submit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go hit the hay. I'm going to make sure that we're up early and ready to make a video tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is important. It is important. I don't think we're going live tomorrow. All right, but this right here, day 3. Day 3 is the day, okay? That we really got to be watching. I think this is one of our biggest setups that we've had to track in quite some time. And then day 4, right after that, you've got the same setup moving farther south and east into Des Moines, Chicago, places like that. So stay tuned. Watch tomorrow's video. Subscribe to the channel. And if you want continued severe weather coverage tonight, YALLBot's going to be able to give it to you, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.